along with Jim Childs, the section championship, and this the creme la creme of high school football in my eyes, and in Jim, as the Huskies take on an Elk River squad that loves to run the ball. What's our feature tonight? What do the Huskies need to do to win?
Well, tonight, Joe, they're coming. There's a little bit of a pride factor. Last game in the regular season, the Huskies lost by 32, gave up 700 yards of total offense. Defensively, I think they're going to stand up tonight and get after this unique offense. But number two, this is a well-trained, high, potent offense of their own. You know, Joe, we did a playoff game 3 years ago, 66-60. And it was a final score. Could be something like that again.
Elk River, they rush for an average of over 400 yards a game. Meanwhile, for the Huskies, much more balanced. But we'll see which team supremes both deserve to be in that state tournament. They're those levels of teams led by tremendous coaches. It's Husky football taking on Elk River, moments away on QCTV.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Hey, just moments before kickoff, we're joined with Tom DeVellis, head coach of the Andover Huskies. And, Coach, you've been in the section finals 9 of the last 11 years. Any difference with this one?
Not really. You know, it's all the excitement's there. The chance to get to the state tournament, which is our goal every single year, is there. And so just looking forward to a really good football game with another really, really great team.
Well, both these teams could easily be in a state tournament. If they are in different sections, perhaps, do you prepare any differently? Both these teams hungry to get to the state.
Yeah, I mean, for us, it's always about what do we got to do to take care of ourselves, right? Like, they have a great offense, they have a great defense this year, and so we got to make sure that we really eliminate any kind of mistakes we have in all phases, offense, defense, special teams. We know they're going to score. We just understand, like, we can't ever flinch. We can't let that get us down, and when it's our turn offensively, we'll get there.
Well, and playoff football is so different than the regular season. You lost earlier this season, but you had won 3 in a row up until then. What do you expect different from your squad tonight?
Well, our kids have grown a lot. You know, we talked a lot this year about our growth. You know, we had a lot of kids start early in the year that weren't varsity starters. They came every single week. They came with a drive and a hunger to get better and be better, and that's where the last few weeks have been really exciting. It's a great group of kids. We've been lucky to be able to coach them this year, and looking forward to being able to do this another couple more weeks, hopefully.
Hey, you got a great culture on the team as well, and you kind of a commitment to excellence with them. How do you plan on getting the Elk River offense off the field 3 and out as much as you can tonight?
Well, there's a phrase of bend, don't break, right? and we know it, right? So we know that they're an offense that's going to grind it out, and that's what our goal is that we have to be able to make sure that they earn everything. We don't want to have a missed assignment and all of a sudden they're gone for 80 yards. So if they earn it and they go 80 yards consistently and they've earned whatever they have tonight, then you know what? They're a good football team, and that's what it's going to take.
Coach DeVellis, thanks for joining us, and good luck the rest of the season and tonight.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Andover Huskies football coming your way versus Elk River, just moments away.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello football fans, and welcome to Husky Stadium.
As a high school within the Anoka-Hennepin School District, tonight's athletic event is following the rules and regulations of the Minnesota State High School League.
As team captains, we support and lead the expectations of good sportsmanship. We ask everyone to show respect and sportsmanship to both teams and our officials throughout the game.
Please refrain from any negative or unsportsmanlike behaviors.
Let's make tonight's game a great experience for all players and students.
Thank you for your support and enjoy the game.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Maybe you can make retirement happen.
Good evening and welcome from the Elk River High School. I'm Joe Rulin along with Jim Childs, and the excitement is in the air for this section championship as Andover travels west up to Elk River to take on the number 1 team in this section. And, boy, you can feel the football in the air, Jim.
Yeah, you can. The energy is just as packed, full as the stands are here. And for the Andover side, it is a blackout. For the Elk River side, it looks like they're completely packed as well. What a great opportunity to really, really good football teams.
You got Elk River squad to get a look and see how they both got here in terms of through the section breakdown. But Elk River comes in with a mark of 9-0, taking on the Huskies 7-2. One of their losses came earlier this season, back on September 9th, as the Huskies dropped a big game to Elk River.
Yes, yeah, 67-35. It was a drubbing. Over 100 points scored, and 2/3 of them are by the Elk River team. And really, this offense is so unique. Cade Osterman is an outstanding quarterback who runs it well. We got some great feedback from Coach Hamilton on the quarterback for Elk River, and the Huskies know they're up against a very, very tough team tonight.
Well, and special teams is also one of those elements, Jim. We talked to in pregame a little bit as well, but the Huskies will be kicking off. They deferred and will be moving left to right. Nelson will, but there's some firepower on the return team for both of these squads.
Yeah. Both squads have had touchdowns returned. Andover has had 2, and the Elk River has had 1. 3 total touchdowns scored as Landon Nelson's ready to kick off, and we're ready to go, Joe.
Osterman ready to go. It's going to be Elk River. Home team black moving right to left. They pick it up at the 5 on this kickoff. Move it to the 20. There's an alley there. Kicking it back out to the outside. Now extending it to the 40 and taken out of bounds near the 50-yard line. Make it a 49. And Elk River will start with some beautiful field position.
Yeah, so what a great run back and good blocking up front. Belasses did a nice job. Good cutback on the Huskies. Just need to stay in their lane right now.
Yep. Belasita has had a return for a touchdown earlier this season as well. You can see some of his explosiveness that he has. He's excellent as a defender as well. And we'll get a look here at the set. Meanwhile, the Huskies get set to move ahead defensively, a team that's going to need to get 3 and out tonight as much as they can, as often as they can, as they set up, does Elk River, in that power T formation. First handoff to the left side, and again, they do so much of the shell movement good footwork by Osterman, the quarterback in the backfield. That there's a reason why this team averages 410 yards a game rushing, Jim.
And right there, you can see it'll be an in and out running back by committee, but Gavin Schmidt, Miles Gordon, Matthew Brodeur, and Cade Osterman are truly the ones that will see the most amount of work. And that was Boudreau, who got a 1-yard gain.
Back into that wing tee again. That's what you'll see all night, but maybe a little different shakeup in formation. But it'll stay in that specific piece. Up 4 yards here, and a pickup and a stop after that 4-yard gain for Elk River. That's going to lead 4th and long. You have Dylan Owens as one defensive end, Jeremiah Constant, followed by Larson. Also with Weichel up on one, Caleb at the linebackers, along with Ashton Larson, Nolan Israelson. Deneke is out tonight with that injury. Efe is also out as a corner, and he'll be there. Nelson as a safety, along with Kopetsky. They've made some changes at the last minute, so Baumhauer will not start. They're going with the size for this instance right away. And there's a handoff. Keeping it is Osterman. Osterman gets around the right side, bounces outside. He's down to the 15 to 10 and then tackled. That time by the Huskies, and that it will be a pickup of about 35 yards on that run option on 3rd and 6.
And Osterman just goes through the hole. Nice blocking by the backs that went through it. And Osterman off to the races. Touchdown saving tackle by Efe down at the 7-yard line.
So there's a kind of a great sampling. A lot of movement, a lot of handoffs. A lot of fakes, a lot of redirects, but then the ability to break tackles. And Osterman this season has been a master at that. He comes in with almost 905 yards. Handoff this time goes to the left side, picked up there, and a pickup down a little farther that time was gathered in there by number 3.
Bono with a pickup of about 5.
And there you see Bono. Bono has some carries, but not one of the dominant carries. No. And they just plug and play a lot of different athletes in that role, plus that offensive line. They can do some physical domination out there as well.
I think we've been calling P.J. Bono's name for about 15 years. He seems like he's been part of this program for a long time.
Osterman brings the Elks to the line. Again, that power T formation. 2nd down here, fake, and Osterman in for the first touchdown of the game. I say the first because both these teams are going to be putting up points tonight. And that was a scamper from just 3 yards out. And the Elks jump out to an early 6-0 lead.
Yeah, and nice disguise. That was the same hole he hit on that long 35-yard run earlier. He just pulled it down, and good blocking by the backs in front of him, including P.J. Bono and Miles Gordon.
So that first drive for Elk River, about a 50-yard drive in itself, took about 4 plays. Here's the snap down, kick up, and that is good. An assortment there, and one of the kickers there, Carter Bloom, puts up. They have a couple of different kickers, and that time Bloom puts that one through for an extra point. There is a player down and hard on the field right now, pounding the turf for the Huskies. You can see that Elk River took a knee. In respect there, it's extra point attempt here, and I'll try to get a look at that player. The kick was good. A 7-0 lead here for Elk River. We can maybe see what transpired here.
Joe, one thing we want to say as we
take a look
at this,
as they look for the injury, let's take a look at the brackets and how we arrived here. And of course, Jim and I came individually, but these two teams came from different routes, and Elk River took a bye in that first round. Meanwhile, they ended up meeting Duluth East, who defeated Cambridge in the quarterfinal matchup. Meanwhile, Andover got the bye in the first, as did St. Francis. Andover defeated St. Francis last Saturday by a score 51-21. Meanwhile, Elk River dominated their way with Duluth East by a score of 45-6 in that game, and hence, that's where we are right now in this section championship. And many of the section championships going on tonight, a few tomorrow. But I got to tell you, Jim, this this one is the top notch.
Yeah, this is in 5A. There's 16 teams playing tonight, and of those 16 teams, these are probably 2 of the top 4. So, and
it's like Ben Peterson, the linebacker. You can see him come in. I'm still just kind of went down wrong, perhaps, to number 22.
Yeah. So right,
and
but
so
that's a tough break for the Huskies. And one thing out there for the viewers, we want to thank the Andover Football Association for their donation and help in sponsoring tonight's broadcast. It is truly a partnership that we absolutely cherish and thank, as this broadcast is sponsored and by the Andover Football Association and the American Football Association.
I will tell you, we talked about thanks and respect. We saw that respect between the coaches at midfield gym before the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very sincere. But I just saw, since the Andover player was down, all of the players for Elk River all took a knee. Yes, each one of them. And then when he got up, they all clapped. And it's just, you can tell the leadership on both of these teams at such a high level. It reflects on the team.
Yeah. You look at the number of players on each sideline, and that kind of breeds the strength of the program. A lot of kids want to play, and they may not get in, but they help out during the week. And the respect of being taking a knee for a fallen team member on the other side is pretty special.
Well, the Huskies now getting ready to receive. They're down 7-0. It was Osterman who led this rush, or this drive for Elk River. Osterman picks it up and he takes it 50 yards. Total of 5 plays to cap that drive. 7-0 lead with the extra point for Elk River. They're kicking right to left as Andover on a pooch kick here, collected at the 40. Trying to break a tackle, but unable to, but still securing the ball. Nice kind of a secret opportunity there as 13 Patterson. Chase Patterson was there to pick that up and control it. And the Huskies will get it at their own 40 for their first possession of the game.
Yeah, offense, and up front, it's Wolf, Nowak, Frostley, Pelkey, and Winters Boyton. Heller, Tate Johnson, and Robertson, along with superstar Sam Masungu, are wideouts. Dylan Kirchner is with Landon Nelson in the back.
Nelson wants to pound it up the middle. Tries to duplicate the approach there from Elk River. Picks up 5. Nelson. And the Huskies on the season average about 202 rushing the game. Rushing each team. Meanwhile, passing, they produce about 260.
Yeah, we've got a flag down there.
Penalty back there. Rushing-wise, the Huskies have put up 25 touchdowns on the ground and 31 through the air as they discuss this penalty, which is about to be called here by the head official.
I think it's amazing. Both teams have scored 56 touchdowns. Different routes on both ways, but 56 touchdowns on each. 2 very evenly matched teams.
There are 2 fouls on the play, 1 on each team. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 1, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense number 1. Those fouls will offset. Second down. That is both players' first unsportsmanlike foul towards disqualification.
Well, we know Serrano's going to be covering Musungu, and so that's how that infraction started. Both of them kind of one after one another and set it up now. Forcing it back to the other side here is number 4 to come over. Belicidier, is now over there. Losing the footing that time, putting it down, and Nelson takes a 5-yard loss.
And that's Lackmeyer, Jack Lackmeyer, who comes in with 12 tackle for losses. Make that 13 as he read Landon Nelson really well. And good tackle.
Nelson, as you can see, just lost his footing. Nelson, as the quarterback, comes in with almost 2,000 yards in the air, averaging 9 yards per attempt and reception. And having himself a great season. 26 touchdown passes, just 2 interceptions. He'll get it out to the far side now, working it there and trying to work it down the far sideline after the completion, and corralled there and brought in for the tackle, short of that first down. So the Huskies have to decide if they want to punt or they want to try to get this first down on 4th and 7.
Well, the good news is the punter's in and the quarterback's in. It's one and the same person, so he has an opportunity to take a step back and punt it. Doesn't look like he's going to do that.
Nelson, very versatile player, also a heck of a basketball player as well. Timeout is whistled here by Elk River as they don't think they were not comfortable with the numbers they had in there. But the Huskies again try to run first. They got 5 yards there, but after those two offsetting penalties, it's kind of like their steam went out there and they'll have to reset.
Yeah, there's a shot of Tom DeVellis. His third year, he's 23-3 as a head coach of the Huskies. His ninth, and as you mentioned during the interview, ninth sectional final.
Here's a look at some of the keys to the game here. Quickly, you look at strike early and often. And that's meant for the Huskies, not for Elk River. And defensive discipline and fundamental tackling. You can't allow them to break those initial tackles. And in third, make a special play on special teams. And that can be the big difference maker. And
yeah, so 2 out of 3 so far have followed the Elk River way. So we'll see how they do on this 4th down. He's going to go back and punt it.
Gets the snap, gets a quick end-over-end boot that hits at the 15 and continuing to scramble towards now. Takes a left turn at the 4-yard line, and that's going to turn out to be a fabulous punt by Nelson. A punt that ends up going about 50 yards and comes to rest at the 4-yard line, and that's where Elk River will get their second possession here in the first half. They already have a 7-0 lead, a team that, as mentioned, Jim, they've put up some points this year.
Yes, they have. Both offenses, or both teams, are number 1 and 2 in section, or in 5A in scoring. Huskies number 1 at averaging 47.4 points. Elk River on the heels at 47.4.
It's a fantastic night for Friday Night Lights. Very little wind on the field, at least at game time or a few minutes before we came up. So you got to look at that power T formation again, and fakes the handoff, try to fake the outside, and instead they go at the A gap for that first handoff. The Huskies clogged that for maybe a pickup of 1 to get it to the 5. We got 2nd and 9 now for Andover, a team again on the season 7-2. Meanwhile, Elk River 9-0. The last meeting these two teams had, some injuries occurred for the Huskies, and one was Kopetsky, an injured shoulder, and then Sam Musunga with an injured knee. And those happened early in the game. It's the reason why those two only had 1 reception each. And that kind of swung the momentum quickly, and Elk River took advantage of that. Handoff this time. Held down by Osterman. Osterman gets to the outside. The 6', 190-pound quarterback. I'll tell you, when you have years to work on it, he gets the first yard in bonus. So he's up to about the 19.
Yeah, you can see right here. Nice job of he just keeps it, puts it on his hip, able to turn up. No containment by the Huskies. And nice run, Kopetsky with the tackle.
And over here, again, one of the changes and adjustments has been starting tonight is Mackie Grease. Looking to see what he can do here. The sophomore getting his first nod with an injury to the hand of another quarterback on the outside. No, they get up inside and they get in under. Good job, good defensive play there.
Yeah, we'd like to call out the tackler, but we don't know who had the ball.
It is. We say the shell game. We'll keep an eye on that. So it's curious to see exactly how they will adjust, will the Huskies. But again, you just got to keep winning those battles up front, and that's one of the reasons why they made a change. And you get a look at some of the beef up out on the defensive line when you have Blake Hallickson, Caden Weichel, Jeremiah Constant, about 300 pounds. Mason Eckes is there, Caleb Weichel, Nolan Israelson, and also some of the experience coming up there to try to support it. Big loss that time. The Huskies able to corral the running game for Elk River.
Yeah, Blake Hallickson, big penetration right up there. It just swallows up Osterman.
Blake Beast Hallickson this season, he has done tremendous. 12 tackles for losses, 2.5 sacks, and a safety.
he has taken it up a notch this season. Great to see him with that as well. So we've got a 3rd and 12 now for Elk River. As they move right to left, still here in the first quarter. 7-0 lead. Out to the inside here, and you got to watch every element of this offense because it all kind of triggers some different components. They will throw the ball, and I will tell you, Osterman has had success throwing the ball. We'll touch on that later. But the Huskies, hey, they get the out here after Elk River picking up a first down. They shut it down after that and force Elk River here to punt at about their own 22-yard line. 4 and change to go here in the first quarter.
The Swiss Army knife, Osterman will be taking the punt.
Punt looks like off the side of the foot. Good possession here as the Huskies are going to take over as that ball barely maybe hit the turf before it went out of bounds, but the Huskies take over. Second possession here, Jim, at the 45-yard line. It's a chance now for the Huskies to kind of get into that mojo flow that they need to from an offensive standpoint. And they were 3 and out the first time. Let's see what they can do to mix it up. I know Coach DeVella said, hey, we got guys who can perform. We want to get the ball and distribute it around the field.
Yeah, this whole drive was set up by that Nelson punt down to the 4-yard line and kind of switched the fields, gave the Huskies a very short field now.
Huskies, 3 receivers to the right. Davenport in motion. He'll keep it. Nelson picks it up along 10-yard, 11-yard gang. I like that redirect there by Davenport, who came back in motion, back behind as the outside option that time for Nelson. He picks up a healthy 11 yards and a first down.
Yeah, great decision. You've got Davenport on the outside, and they know how electrifying he is.
Nelson certainly, as you can see there, can run the ball. He had about 570 yards in the regular season, 11 touchdowns, a handoff up the middle there, and it's controlled, and Kirshner gets his first look of the season, or this postseason with an Elk River.
He's been running hard, over 600 yards so far this season, and a good pickup of a 3-yard pickup.
You got it quick out here. They're going to take it and sling it, and here's to the outside. Davenport with some speed. He's got that intuitiveness that he knows how to cut. I love watching that kid run, and we got a penalty back just beyond where they caught the ball. That may be a hold. And coming back, but nonetheless, you got a weapon like Davenport. You can just tell some kids have it, that he can pop those long runs, or he knows just when to delay his cuts. But it's all coming back.
Yeah, he's electrified. He's short steps.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 1. Penalty be assessed, half the distance to the goal from the end of the run, first down.
Well, that's a bonus. Usually a flag in that spot. The Huskies get some great field position and on the move, taking advantage of that short putt. And here comes Davenport, and there you see the face mask. Yes, there you see it on Serrano. His second 15-yard penalty, well, second personal foul here in the first quarter. That one cost him big. First down for the Huskies at the 2. Couple of more penalty markers on the field as the Huskies ready to punch in here with 3:14 to go.
Snap infraction. 62 of the offense. The 5-yard penalty, first down.
Alex Frostley moved the ball a little ahead of time with the snap, and that just gives him a little bit more room to move forward.
There you go. So first down and goal now from the 7-yard line. 3:15 to go. That's an anomaly for Frostley, that penalty. Throwing it up, laying it behind. Back shoulder toss, touchdown Huskies.
Yes. And that's Ben Kopetsky.
And Nelson on that beautiful toss. The defender could not turn around in time. Kopetsky didn't want to let that D-back know it was coming his way. And Nelson threw it perfectly into that shirt pocket, and a touchdown for Huskies on their second drive of this game. 7-6, a chance to tie it up here.
Well, we knew it was going to be a track meet, and that drive only took 48 seconds.
Nelson in to try the extra point here. Snap is back. Hold is down, kick is up, and Nelson right through the upright. Good looking leg, and we're knotted up at sevens here with just 3:08 to go in this first quarter. Jim, this has not been disappointing at all.
No, not at all. And you see right here, Nelson with just kind of a back shoulder toss. Kopetsky elevates and using that basketball skills to get a rebound, comes up with a great catch. The defender all over him, and that's
Balasidia at that time was, again, one of their top defenders. And Balasidia there could not come down with it. And I would say it was also Kopetsky who did a good job of really trying to hide the fact that the ball was coming towards him, but well tossed by Nelson, and they converted.
Late hands. They call it late hands, and you can see that right there.
I think you say I have late hands when the check comes.
Alligator arms. That's the way it is. Alligator arms. Yep.
We are dotted up 7 apiece, and now the Huskies come back out on the field, and Nelson will
what a great answer by the Huskies. A defensive stop, and then they get the ball back, march it down. Wow, this is great.
A nice spread formation there for the Huskies. Such a different offense than what Elk River does, but Elk River is the type of an offense that hey, you got to run it all the time. We'll talk about that in a minute when we spoke with Coach Hamilton at midfield before the game. Perch kick here by Nelson, picked up by the 18 there of Elk River, breaking the tackle, and now down to the 35. And Elk River gets their third possession here in this opening quarter. And it's Osterman who does everything, a lot like Nelson for the Huskies at quarterback. He returned that kickoff for about a 15-yard return.
Osterman Begali with a nice tackle there. The Osterman is a weapon on these kickoffs. But 2 nice returns so far.
Huskies getting ready here as Elk River breaks the huddle. Again, you've got to watch every element of this game, of this power T formation. Osterman, the senior, takes the snap. Fakes the handoff, goes around left side, puts it on his hip. Nice tackle by Nolan Israelson. Oh, wow, that kid, he's automatic. If there's a ball carrier coming next, he will get to him. And he was a reason why he tripped up and went down on a nice pickup of 3 anyway by Osterman, but it could have been much, much bigger than that.
Osterman with a nice cut outside, and AFA2 was able to play off the blocker and shut it down. Huskies, this is going to be a long night, and like we said, the Huskies are starting to gain a little momentum.
Breaking it off, taking a while to come out of that huddle as they still have 15 seconds left on the play clock, 2:20 to go in this opening period here from Elk River High School. This the section championship winner advances to state. Huskies going to try to box up and build up in the middle there, pile it up, a power run right up the middle. That time it picked up was that Boudry.
Another tackle by Hallickson.
Picked up there, and it looks like, yep, it was in fact by Matthew Boudry. Boudry coming in, had 62 runs, 632 yards for Elk River, 7 touchdowns. He's averaging about 10 yards a carry. 3rd and 3 for Elk River on the 41-yard line. Fakes the handoff, and nope, kept it himself. Yep. Osterman again. And I'll tell you, Jim, we talked about it earlier a little bit in the opening, just enough for Osterman. He knows where that first down marker is all the time, so intuitive. But a while, was it 4 years ago when we had that blizzard here at Elk River, and it was the first round of the state playoffs.
Yes.
Trying to track the ball for Elk River on that blizzard night was tough from up here. I had no idea. I think it's got to be brutal on the field level to try to track that ball.
Yes.
Second, now it's first to go, and on the 45. They're going to throw, the rare throw, but when they throw, they connect, and that time they connect down the side, and that is a completion.
That's
down to Sandstrom.
Yeah, Sandstrom.
Sandstrom on the season, 6 catches, 147 yards, 2 touchdowns, a couple of 2-point conversions, and when they throw, they hit the kid 6'4", 230. A big target. but a nice saving tackle that time for the Huskies, or he would have gone to the house by Kopetsky.
Yeah, great part about this running attack is when you pass, it's usually an open receiver. And that time, Sandstrom, who is an outstanding linebacker, was wide open as a tight end.
Osterman on the season is 15 for 20 throwing the ball for 240 yards. This time it's a handoff trying to ground and pound their way up ahead. Elk River, they pick up 2 yards, but they like to make sure that pays dividends on you later. Gavin Schmidt on that carry on the season. Schmidt, 58 carries, 463 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 1 fumble.
You know, one of the career statistics that I think is just unbelievable. Pass completions for Osterman, 27 in his career. That's as a 3-year starter. 15 have been for touchdowns.
15 seconds left here in this first quarter. 2nd down and 8 for the Elks. Osterman fakes right, rolls left, hands it off there, plunging ahead. Looked like it was Miles Gordon. Gordon brings some size, 5'11", 220 pounds, almost 500 yards on the season himself. And that's going to take us to the end of this first quarter. What an explosive first quarter. I'm surprised it's just 7-7, but we have seen some dazzling play, Jim, already here at the end of this first quarter of this section final. Joe Rulin along with Jim Childs. We're not at 7. We'll be back for the second quarter in just a moment.
Andover, Minnesota. 34.84 square miles and 33,000 strong. Home of the Huskies. Residing in the state where hockey is king, with a new battle for the crown each winter. 16 teams, 14 games, 1 ultimate dream. But in the end, only 2 teams reigned victorious in the state of hockey.
Andover has won the state title.
Which makes Andover the city of champions.
Takes the lead pass. They come in across into rebounds. Your champion.
Always good to see that replay, and also coming up even more hockey here on QCTV on Monday night. This will be the Minnesota Golden Gophers women taking on St. Cloud State in a Hall of Fame game sponsored, and the home team will be Gophers, but more hockey soon coming your way. Here's a quick recap. First quarter, there's Osterman on the run, untouched from 3 yards out, and that put Elk River up by a mark of 6-0, 7-0 with the extra point. The Huskies quickly tried to counter. It was diffused by good defensive play there. Meanwhile, as you can see, the handoff to the left side here, a touchdown pass on that side, and Osterman now in for his 2nd touchdown of the game. Scrambles to the outside, broke a tackle and forged his way again on that far sideline and picked up the touchdown, his 2nd of the game, and Elk River now jumps back out 13-7.
Yeah, it looked like he almost pulled it back, but we know that there's no option here. You do what the play is called, and Osterman put it right on his hip, missed tackle towards the end there, right off of number 48, Bubba Winkle. But
snap down, no, bobbled on the placement there, and the Huskies tackle on top. And we are going to get a nice defensive play there off a botched snap. So the Elk River will continue to have a 13-7 lead.
Yeah, really just a botched snap. That will not be the last touchdown or extra point attempted tonight, and I'm sure we'll hopefully that may come into play for the Huskies.
Well, that was an impressive run once again for Osterman. He makes it look so easy, and just how elusive he is. Again, he came in with about 910 yards rushing on the season. Along with that, he had 13 touchdowns. Now he's got 15 touchdowns on the season and 9 two-point conversions. The way you can get at him is he has had 7 fumbles on the season.
Yeah,
so
and a lot of those are the missed transmission between handoff and quarterback. But he has been outstanding, and tonight the leadership of this senior is coming through with these 2 touchdowns.
Elk River now, as we did start that second quarter, moving left to right. The kickoff will happen here, and that will be Carter Bloom, a 6', 270-pound junior on the kickoff for the Huskies.
Davenport and AFA back deep for the Huskies. Both of them have touchdowns on kickoffs.
Approach here, Elk River on the boom. Coming up, picking it right out to 21. Nice pickup to the left side. Now taking it up the middle. And Iafe that time, I believe that was Iafe. I thought I saw 3.
Flay comes in late.
So some high, and you could tell the high energy on the field. Everyone was hooping and hollering, and sometimes it's just a matter of just calming down and getting things under control here. We'll see who will pick up this penalty.
So on both sides, the Elk River Elks have up to 11 seniors, so a senior-laden team.
During the return, personal foul, face mask, kicking team, number 6. 15 yards will be added to the end of the run, first down.
Boy, the Huskies have cashed in on some big-time face masking penalties against Elk River. This one will move the ball to the Andover 48-yard line, and
Badio with
a bit there.
Yobi Badio with penalty.
Pistol formation here, holding it and bringing it back up to the line. Nelson keeps it and tries to forge his way ahead, but unable to get by.
Sandstrom again, Sandstrom again with a tackle. Sandstrom comes in with, as a linebacker, he's got 8 tackle for losses, including 3 sacks, but most importantly, he's got 5 forced fumbles.
Certainly some big defensive ends out there for this Elk River squad. In motion. Huskies, that's Heller. Snap back, setting up a screen right up the middle. Breaking 1 tackle, and then Yeltsin takes a hard fall that time as he's brought down. A good rush, a good attempt. Had some potential out there, but defensively well as Kirshner was brought down.
Other than the pass to Kopetsky, we have not seen a throw to a wide receiver yet, and this is the 3rd drive for the Huskies. It's got to be kind of a record.
Elk River on the Elk River 45, 3rd and 3. Musungu in motion, right to left. He sets up. Now 3 receivers to the left, a lone receiver just to the right for the Huskies. Nelson reading that defense, making that final call. He'll hold on to it, try to cut back. He's short of the first down. About 2 yards short, actually. I thought he was going to get closer than that, but unable to convert that time, and they will have 4th and 2, and let's see what they decide to do. Huskies this season on 4th down conversions are at 45%, 10 of 22.
Lucas Delyden with a great tackle. One of the leaders, 52 tackles on the season.
Near side field, Huskies with 3. Near this side, snap back to Nelson. He'll quick pitch to Kirshner on the outside. Gets there, gets the edge, and gets a few bonus yards. And another first down for Andover on the move. They'll mark that ball at about the 40-yard line of Elk River. And the Huskies track up another first down.
Yeah, good decision to get it out. They didn't have to hit a home run. They just needed to get a couple, and they got 5.
Huskies quickly take the snap again, set up this time a wide receiver. Tunnel screen to the outside, breaking 1 tackle, a good stiff arm, and first down again for Andover. On that reception was Robertson.
Robertson, the senior, has been outstanding. He has got some jets, and another good catch.
Good throw by Nelson as well, right in that seam. So Huskies on the move, 28-yard line, first down. Handoff this time. Kirshner downhill, reads a nice gap and moves off to the right for a pickup of 8 on that carry. Kirshner again coming in to the season with 600 in this game, over 650 yards and 6 touchdowns. Passing wise, he's also, receive some of those passes, but they've got a little bit more Davenport into this formation. In fact, 4 receivers to the right, Quadro to the right, 1 to the left. Nelson's going to hold on to it and poured his way and power down for a first down to about the 15.
Yeah, Luke Wolf was the closest tackler for the Huskies. There's a flag down, unfortunately. It looks like a hold.
Holding. Offense, number 58. The 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Second down.
Nowak on that hold, but Nowak has some pretty good size and athleticism also to deal on that side of the ball for Elk River.
So he's a center right there. He's right on Mayfield, who's Ty Mayfield, who's 6'5", big kid, and just grabbed a little bit too much of the jersey outside the shoulders.
You see Frostley, also the center, number 62, plenty to deal with around the outside, trying to cut back. Heller has it there near the first down, taken down just short, but a good burst move and an excellent play call for the Huskies as they will have a short attempt here for first down.
Yeah, what a great... Heller has got speed, was able to get outside, not contained by Elk River, and a good pickup, third down.
Chance here, short, and a first conversion there for Nelson. He moves ahead, gets an extra 5, and moves his ball down to about the 11-yard line of Elk River, and Andover back on the move again here with about 8.5 to go here in this first quarter.
Look at that.
Second quarter, correction.
Yeah, Isaac Nowak out there blocking in front for Nelson.
Huskies 3 to the left and Solo to the right. Nelson wants to cut back. He's brought down by a shoestring tackle there by the Elk River defense.
Well, both quarterbacks continue to keep the ball themselves. And this one, Nelson, nice job and a touchdown saving tackle.
It looks like the tackle there by Balacita. This leaves a 2nd and 8, dropping back. Nelson tries to throw it up to the corner. Heller, touchdown. The Huskies are in the house again. Andover connects a well-thrown ball. He was waiting for Heller just to get that gap. He got the burst, and Heller picks up a touchdown pass, and the Huskies are tied up at 13-13 early here in this second quarter.
So much patience by Nelson to just let that play open. Heller makes the cut. No way that P.J. Bono could catch up as Heller, a big part of 2 plays on that drive.
Heller, the last time these two teams met, had a nice touchdown cast. In fact, he had 4 catches, 61 yards, and Nelson now puts up the extra point. Heller really kind of came alive in that last game earlier this season against this Elk River squad. While other things were probably going south, that was really a chance there for Teddy Heller to kind of create and create his brand that night and his type of play, and he's been tremendous.
Yeah, well, every defensive coordinator in every team that the Huskies play, it's how do you stop number 1? How do you stop Sam Masungu?
Quick look at, LeBracket's back from 2017. This was a setup.
Wow,
look at that setup. How cold was it? I think I had to get my car unburied. There's a look right now at the Huskies connecting on that far side, and I'll tell you, that was pre-snow.
Yeah.
Handoff there.
Andy Grubner and Connor Kniffley. Connor Kniffley, the quarterback for the Huskies, had 7 touchdown passes and 70 points scored in the second quarter alone.
It was Kniffley connecting there once again on a touchdown pass. And then here it was again. Of course, we thought defense was an optional to start that game.
It was over 1,200 yards of total offense, and it was separated by like 15 between the two.
Huskies on this kickoff, by the way, pick it up Elk River on the far side. Osterman, you got to keep an eye on him. He scoots out just maybe above in front of the 20 there for a return of about 11 yards.
Yeah. So you see the score at halftime, 46-44. Elk River late comes back with the Huskies up by 8.
And there's that blizzard that was coming in as all. Couldn't tell it just yet, but it was starting to settle in. And again, the quarterbacks are such a key part with this Elk River offense. There's Kneffley again connecting.
And that ended the game right there. But honestly, one of the best high school state tournament games we've aired on QCTV and I've seen.
Well, what do you think the Vegas over-under was on that number?
Well, what do you think it is today?
126.
What do you think it is today?
By the way,
Timeout.
calls
Elk River.
a
That's
timeout.
their second timeout of the half.
So second timeout already consumed by Elk River here with 7:53 to go. Andover has taken a 14-13 lead. Both these teams can put up points, and this season, Andover's put up 117 points in that first quarter. They've also put up now 143 in the second quarter for Elk River. They've had 95 points in the first quarter on the season, now 136. Jim, you said how evenly matched these teams were coming into this game. I think you had this as well. Elk River, 426 points. Yeah. Andover, 429.
Yeah, they're carbon copies on the sheet of total offense. They just get there differently. With Andover wanting to be a little bit more balanced, and Elk River, there's no balance at all. It's run, run, run.
Well, and I talked to Coach Hamilton. We were talking to him at the 50-yard line before the game. I said, how much does Osterman like to audibilize? And he looked at me like I was a dead man walking. There's no option here for anything. We call the play, they execute it. This time they call it to the left side, and it's bottled up their time by the strong defensive line for the Huskies. Not much room on that side as
Logan Bunker there. That's his first carry that I've got.
Bunker on the season with 738 yards, 51 carries, 738 yards, 11 touchdowns. 2nd and 8. Elk River quickly back to the line of scrimmage. They're down by 1. Winner advances to the state tournament. Huskies in the white on defense. Handoff. Nope, fakes it. Trying to go wide. Osterman still has it. Tries to get to the outside. Now the burst of speed comes as he gets to the 40, to the 45 and out at the 46-yard line. And there you get just how explosive Osterman can be when he gets the full jets and pins back those ears.
Yeah, 21 yards on that. He's had runs of 36, 25, and 21 yards so far today. Right on his hip, nowhere to do it. They look like they've got him pinned against the sideline. He cuts up, and nice touchdown-saving tackle by Bubba Winkle.
Ben Peterson at first looked like he was about ready to haul him down, but then Osterman hit the jets. Again, first down now for Elk River at their own 45. Handoff to the right side. Big gap, big hole, cuts back, trying to break one last tackle and brought down there by Kopetsky on a touchdown-saving tackle, but picking it up on a thunder run that time. Coming away there for this tough squad here.
Miles, sorry, Joe.
It is Miles.
Miles Gordon with a run of 18.
Said before, 5'11", 220. Coming into this game, he had about 450 yards rushing and 7 TDs. He almost took one to the house there, if not for Kopetsky. Turning the tables now. Here comes back that churning offense of Elk River, and I like this timeout by Coach DeVellis.
That's their first time out of the half.
What do you think the over-under, Joe, is of us saying touchdown-saving tackle?
Yes.
We've already had probably 4 or 5 of them so far tonight. It's only a 14-13 game, but you just have the feeling that it could happen at any minute for either team.
Well, the way I have is, it's a case of Elk River just wears you down as we get a look at some of the Elk River highlights. Transparent here, as you can see back from that game back in 2017. Again, just watch the shell game, but watch how much able to break those tackles. And
this is from last year, and you can see right there, Huskies ended up winning this game, but Osterman, along with the cast of others right there, Osterman, a nice pass right up to one of the tight ends, one of his 15 career touchdowns, but just a real different offensive grouping.
But you know the formation, the footwork. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that footwork from the quarterback in Osterman and the ones they've had over the years, Elk River. And how you need to be so nimble on those feet. Quick handoff to the left side and right over the top of the guard and center that time. I picked up on that far side for Elk River. I believe that was 21.
Yeah, it's Bunker again. And a 5.
And they just bump, collide. And I know before the game, hey, they made some changes. They wanted some bigger guys, the Huskies did, in that defensive line and also as linebackers. So they moved a few around. But after a certain amount of time, you take so much of that beating, you got to get some fresh legs in there. Moving over now. Still that old wing T formation snap from Osterman. He's going to keep it, try to bounce out. Now he goes to the inside, cuts back. How swift, down to the 5, and a 1st and goal now for Elk River. Stops on a dime and explodes like a road runner.
Well, he is elusive, isn't he? Just able to cut. You look like you've got him hemmed in there. The Huskies did a nice job of containing and pushing him into the inside. And there was nobody there because everybody had chased the other 3 running backs. Another touchdown-saving tackle by FA.
6'1", 190 senior Osterman brings his Elks to the line. 1st and goal to go from the 6 of the Huskies. A handoff. First guy this time. 5 gets it, takes it near the goal line. Probably brought down at the 1 there. And that's the big fella once again, Miles Gordon.
Again, a 4. That is, they're knocking on the door again.
They got a good size offensive line as well. That tees up. One of the guys I like to follow off of is 65. Hey, they also said at the beginning, we run 17 different traps.
Yes.
Run 17 different traps. We have 22 plays that go over tackle, and one of those tackles just happens to be 6'3", 310, number 65, Hunter Nethy. Lined up again, 1st and goal, 2nd down, and goal, plunging in untouched. A huge seam that time to open up. And here to punch it in was Gordon.
Gordon with the 1-yard pledge. That's finally somebody other than Osterman.
Flag is down on the play. We'll see if that's anything from the blocking technique of Elk River, if it comes back. Rushing back to the Andover bench, so I'm thinking it is going to be against Elk River. They may need to reset. As it ran to Coach DeVellis, I believe, to kind of ask if that's something they want to accept, and I would say definitely yes. So Elk River will move back.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 8. The 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the PAT. The touchdown is good. That is number 8's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul towards disqualification.
So that tension starting to build, and that was Caleb Sandstrom that time who picked up that unsportsmanlike conduct, but they jump it up, so they'll take the 15-yard penalty here, so that's going to extend the field goal. So, in other words, they'll probably be trying to go. I did see the kicker in pregame punching him out from 40 yards, and that was Carter Bloom. What little wind has started here at Elk River is at the back of Bloom. So now, by the time they're going to place this ball down, it'll be at the 25. So a 35-yarder in terms of an extra point attempt.
Yeah, this is not a gimme.
Set here, and snap is back. Hold is down. Kick is nice, good. Oh, it did get through there. Looked like it was hooking.
Just sneaked in, yes.
Delayed a bit with that snap. The snap came down, but the hold was a little late, so he didn't catch that timing the way he would have liked, but he still punched it through, does Bloom, for the extra point. Just under 5 to play here in this second quarter. It looked like that thing was hooking, and it hooked just inside. By the time it crossed, got by the crossbar and got the other side of the crossbar, I think it hooked away. It would have been no good from another yard out. But that 35-yard extra point, there's it is, and punching it in is Gordon. And I'll tell you, no one could get a hand on him because that seam was blocked so well and sealed so well.
Yeah, these both offenses are starting to feel a little of the lubrication of getting things going, and these machines are rolling right now.
Well, the power T formation here in Elk River put up 4,100 yards this season overall, and meanwhile the opponents had 2,000. So you're seeing that. Again, we said they averaged 410 yards a game rushing this season, and they now have responded and taken another lead. This kickoff perched, it's going to hit about the 25 and roll out of bounds. So the Huskies will get another possession and start it here in the second quarter at their own 24-yard line. Joe Rulin along with Jim Childs here from Elk River High School. This, the section championship for 7-5A, and I'm telling, this is one of the best section games in the state.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team number 12. Ball replaced at the 35-yard line. First down.
And you know, from QC, we want to just make sure that we thank again the Andover Football Association for their sponsorship tonight, to be able to bring this these pictures to you live from Elk River. We appreciate your partnership
very much. Hey, the Huskies ready to counter as they've got a quads to the left, 4 receivers to the left. Musungu all alone to the right, taking a snap and a quick throw. This to Davenport. Davenport cuts back, tries to find a seam here, but boy, he is tracked well that time by the Elk River defense. He moved all the way from the left to the right, and it may have been part of that scheme of that play. So he'll lose, after all that running, he loses about a yard on the play.
Yeah, you're trying to make something out of nothing, and that's what you get of, you know, a couple of negative plays, and then you'll get a 35 or a one to the house.
Defensively, Elk River at a man-to-man. Heller is in motion, but I think there was some motion by the Huskies there before the snap, as some flags went flying.
Ball start. Offense, number 6. 5-yard penalty, second down.
They felt Robertson might have been a little too itchy on that jump. So they'll reset, take a 5-yard loss on another penalty. And this is now second down and 17 for the Huskies in the white, moving right to left. They just held the 14-13 lead. It was Elk River who countered on another drive. Nelson over the middle, throws it right to the Elk River defender. Picked up there, he almost dropped it, controlled it, and brought it back up. That pickoff will come to number 3 in Bono. P.J. Bono picks up the interception. And the receiver either ran the wrong route or he tripped up someplace, as we'll take a look here on replay, but he threw a dart to Bono.
That was a bullet. And I don't know if, looks like he was going to Tate Johnson. I think either just sailed on him or Tate Johnson was supposed to take that a little deeper.
Maybe cut off that route. So, first turnover of the game. Teams that score as often as they do, typically they don't have a whole lot of turnovers, less than what your average team would be, but this is the first one of the game here, and let's see if Elk River can punch it in. They are already up by 6, 20-14 here in the second. Handoff now up the middle, faking it. Osterman, he'll hold on. Osterman continues his way to the outside, then cuts it back inside the tackles for a good size pickup on first down.
Yeah, you can see right there again. This holds it. Line pushes up. Good job by the defensive quarterback to push him back inside and set that edge.
Past Elk River typically would run a lot of some counters and some other trapping components. That this year they have some bigger players up front, and it looks like some of it might be more of a zone blocking component as well. So 2nd and 3 now for Elk River. The Elks on the move after the turnover. And off to the right side that time, trying to find that seam. That time it left it back to the pure power of the running back, Gordon. And a modest pickup that time, maybe a half a yard. So 3rd and short, 4-down territory, I would imagine, here for Elk River. Just under 3 to play before the half. Elk River brings it back in, and they bring that power T punch in their formation. Andover trying to jam that middle as much as they can. They hand it off to the inside, and spinning move and continuing to find his way down the field was Gavin Schmidt. He's a sophomore, 6'1", 185, Jim, but he also leads the team in touchdown receptions this season.
Yeah, and that one just good, hard running up front. Weichel with another tackle along with Kopetsky there.
And they just blend the ball. There's so many running backs. They're all fresh. Meanwhile, when you're back there trying to defend, you're anything but fresh.
Yeah, especially when you don't know where the ball is. It's and everybody has assignments. It's just a real difficult to make sure that you be committed to your assignment.
At the Huskies 15-yard line, first down, Elk River. They fake right, now go left. Osterman looks to cut the edge here and get that to the goal line or near it, and he does. Down to about the 2-yard line. Got that thing outside, and you can see the trick of the hand in that shell game as he had two running backs coming to his right. He faked to both of them, let the defender kind of flush by and then cut by. We talked to some of the coaches before the game, too, in their first game with Elk River. They kind of found that their ends sometimes were going a little too far upfield.
Yep.
That not the case. Osterman just made a nice cut just inside.
Unofficial stats, Osterman.
There's a play clock malfunction on the field. We will keep the play clock on the field. Please turn the play clocks off.
So the play clock goes off. We still have the game clock going, and that's at 1:55, so maybe they can repair that at halftime. 1:55 to go here, and Osterman and the Elks getting ready on a good chance here. First down and goal to go from the 2-yard line.
So Osterman has 160 yards unofficially right now on 11 carries. Pretty good start to his night.
Adequate. So let's bring it up, and the Huskies will try to, of course, make those adjustments here. First down, goal to go the Elks, trying to punch in one here. Second back gets the ball through, and a touchdown for Elk River. Handed that time to Gordon. So Gordon picks up his second consecutive touchdown on a 2-yard power run.
That offensive line, that big offensive line for the Elk River Elks, I think they really enjoy the short yardage where they can just, pull back and run. You see the 131 on the sticker on the Elk River Elks helmets. That's 131 seasons that they have been playing here, or have been playing football. So this is team 131.
They'll go for the 2-point conversion here as they failed on a previous attempt. Now to the right, rolling out, continuing. Osterman's going to take this one and dive for the cone. Does he have the pile on? No, he says he does not. So, hey, maybe that's some mojo shift here for the Huskies as they hold them just short of this lunge. But there, previously you can see Gordon with a touchdown run. Miles Gordon had 7 TDs on the season, now 9.
The result of the play is the quarterback was pushed out of bounds short of the end zone. Therefore, the conversion is no good.
So they seal that off and do not allow it. So Andover gets possession here. 1:51 to go here before the half, Jim, and that's a lot of time for this Andover offense, and good pressure, good combo as both of the players come in, and you can see the lunge take place there, and that was by Caleb Weichel, who was one of the 2 players redirected the quarterback out of bounds.
Yeah, it's important that
Israelson, by the way, here's this other Israelson, that kid.
It's a fumble.
Throws his body out. I mean, just perfect. He sealed it off shoulder first. Good job there by Izzy. And again, he's had such an impressive year, has Israelson. 12 tackles for a loss. That'll be another there, along with 3 sacks on the season. So Huskies will try to shift it here, but plenty of time. 1:51 and 2 timeouts remaining here for Andover.
So the Huskies do get the ball at the beginning of the second half. So a chance to possibly get a little double dip here.
A 2-for-1 opportunity. This kickoff on the ground now picked up at about the 35, scooting ahead. Good hands. And, it used to be, I know old school, where you used to put all the linemen right up to that front line. You can't do that anymore.
Nope.
That was some good hands on that kickoff return by Andover. I want to say it was number 20.
Yeah, Devin DeVellis with the good hands. He got a touchdown a couple of weeks ago, his first one.
Of course, his brother enjoying his experience at Wisconsin River Falls this season. And now a chance here. Nelson took over for the older DeValis last year at quarterback and has done an outstanding job. Huskies have it. First down on their own 42. Nelson wants to hold us. Now he'll pitch it out to the left side. Kirshner has some room ahead of him. He's to the 45, the 40, and finds himself on a out of bounds at about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, nice pickup right there as he was able to just cut up a gain of 23.
Good spacing. He was not touched that whole run. Now back out to the other side. Davenport gets it, cuts it back left. Oh, is he so explosive? Cuts. I'm shredding my Achilles here watching him start and start. That was going to turn. That's going to probably be a run because that pass was actually caught to his backside, and we were right down the line here. But impressive watching Davenport and the Huskies have a 2nd and 4. Snap. Nelson, quick out. Heller has it here. Heller to the 25. Wants to move to the 20, but he's pulled out of bounds. And it'll stop the clock with a 3rd down. Oh, they're going to give him...
Yeah, he's got a first
down.
Yep,
Okay.
first down. So great blocking by Tate Johnson out there. He was really hung out as that bubble screener right there. We'll see if there's another one right over to
Musungo to the left, quads to the far side. That's back again to Davenport. Davenport gets to the corner, fakes left, tries to cut back right, and he has got to be one tough character to bring down as quick as he moves. Huskies have it 1st down and goal to go. They're going to keep that clock running. They have 2 timeouts remaining. They approach the 1-minute mark, and they start it up again after the 1st down is set to the low side, to the left side here. It's Tate on one of those spots. They got also in motion coming near side, faking that pitch. Nelson's going to hold on to it and tackle down at about the 5-yard line by Elk River. Andover not interested at all in getting that ball back to Elk River at any time, but this is a well-needed timeout with 38 seconds left. Huskies on the move.
Yeah, and they've got one. Joe, the one.
Timeout. Andover. That's their 2nd timeout of the half. Please reset the game clock to 42 seconds. 4-2.
So one number we haven't called is number 1, Sam Masungu. We have not had a pass thrown his way yet, and you've got to believe the Huskies want to get him involved somehow. They've had great success with Davenport and with Heller and Kirchner, but you want to get your number 1 receiver involved.
They do. They're trying to keep one safety over the top as well as much as they can. Musungu coming into this contest had 14 touchdown passes, 640 yards. For the season, he's missed a couple of games. So all of that has been done in about, I would say, about 6.5 games. His injury occurred against this Elk River squad, in which start the game he had, I think, 1 catch in that 1st quarter, and then sat the rest of the game. Here come the Huskies. Now 3 receivers to the left in motion. Musungu moving right to left. Nelson takes the snap. Quick, back to Musungu. Musungu takes it to the house, and a touchdown for Musungu, and the Huskies counter with a touchdown here with 37 seconds left before the half and cut into that deficit 26-20.
Yeah, nice play design. You can see right there that all the wide receivers were out there, so he was a 4th wide receiver out there. Plenty of blocking, and Sam Masungu is so good once he gets the ball in his hands, untouched.
And, you know, this is always kind of a delicate component because you don't only get called for pass interference, but they did a good job of opening up that bracket and opening up a hole there. So Huskies a chance to move within 5 as they look for the extra point. The snap, the kick by Nelson up and splits the upright. Good looking kick by Nelson and Andover. Takes it to the guy and takes it all the way down on that drive with 37 seconds remaining. 26-21 now remaining. Excuse me, 26-21 the lead now for Elk River, 37 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and we probably have enough for 2 more touchdowns. Plenty of time for both teams to go up and down the field.
Yeah, you're right. At least a couple there. You get to look at one of the big fellows on that defensive line trying to spear on the team and get him going. That was John LaSala, the nose guard. for Elk River. So directions coming in here, instructions for the Huskies as they head back, and almost a 2-for-1 opportunity, Jim. You said at the beginning of this drive.
Yeah, and the interception has been really the difference so far in this first half. If the Huskies march down, we're probably looking at close to a tie ball game or around there.
Nelson getting ready to kick, but also dangerous on the receiving side back there. Ballestida dangerous along with Osterman. It bounces once. Ballestida picks it up, shakes one tackle, but he has an onslaught of Andover players coming in and shutting it down. About 3 tacklers on that kickoff return to seal it down, and that.
Yeah, Blake Hellickson, but not good is Ballestida getting out, walking off, and he got crunched.
Ballestida here, you can see this may have gotten away with the face mask there at least. Came in a little high, but yes, a little shaken up. So Osterman, I'll tell you, this kid, some need to pass down there to get to go the distance. They have first down on their own 17-yard line, and again 37 seconds as they are having a discussion are the officials.
Clock operator, please set the game clock to 34 seconds. 3-4.
0.8 seconds went off the clock on that run back, and suspended in time was the kickoff.
So they'll get it set. We've got all of that technology just to the right of us here at a beautiful complex here in Elk River.
And they are actually streaming the QCTV feed onto the scoreboard. Pretty excellent.
Here we go. Snap comes back, fakes the handoff to the inside here, and Elk River looks to see if they can break one. They still have a timeout left, I believe. 25 seconds remaining. See if they try to get one more. Hellickson again, another tackle. That kid has been like boom, boom. Hellickson this year. Blake Hellickson just coming out big.
Well, let's see what the Hail Mary is in the wing tee.
And off back to the inside, trying to see if they could find a hole or a gap in there to take it the distance, but Huskies shut him down. Well, pretty much what we expected. This section championship contest, 26-21. The Elk River Elks over the Andover Huskies, but you know what? This thing's just beginning. We're here at half. Thanks for joining us, Joe Rulon and Jim Childs on this QCTV sports presentation. Friday Night Lights, and this is a great one. Coming back for more.
Welcome to At the Half, the show where we take a closer look at some of our area high school sports. I'm your host, Lauren Youngquist. The Huskies look to capitalize on their team's overall experience and progress of their success in recent years. Let's head out to Andover High School to check in with the team.
We have great kids, and so that's a consistency from year to year. This year on our girls' side, we have a very large contingent of seniors. And so we have a great leadership group and kids that have worked very hard, and they're going to be successful. So that makes it fun as a coach when you have a team that's going to be competitive and kids that have really bought in and work hard and enjoy that process of getting better. Our boys' side, we lost a couple of great runners and leaders, but we're a pretty deep team, and we feel we're going to be probably even more competitive than we were last year.
We lost one senior last year, however she was injured for most of the year, so we're not losing much on that aspect. We do have a lot of new people coming in, which is very good to see just because it helps us build numbers and that helps us train more. But I think we're looking pretty good this year, and it's basically the same as last year.
Yeah, definitely not losing a lot of seniors help because we're kind of just going into the next season with the same team dynamic, but we're all training better now.
Like sometimes you base yourself off of other people on your team, but it's kind of just go out and do your best.
Yeah, and you're out there for the whole time, as in like other sports, you have time for breaks and to think about stuff, but when you're running, there's no time to stop and think about what you're doing, you just have to keep going.
Also, a lot of people coming in have said that the support on the team is incredible, whether it's coming from racing to workouts, just the support we have and how we're like a family, I think really sets us apart from other sports.
Yeah, the team aspect and the individual part is definitely something that makes it unique. Going out there and you're trying to beat yourself every time, it's different than a lot of other sports. And also, while you're out there, it's not only about you, it's just you're racing for your team and trying to better yourself.
Also one of those things that everybody knows is healthy for you. And so you're learning an athletic event that is going to benefit you for years to come. And so I think there's some satisfaction in that as well. They know they're going to be able to run when they get older. They know that they're going to know what to do properly. And so all of those kind of feed into being unique and a lifelong sport.
We sat down with Macy and Grace from the Anoka Tornadoes tennis team to get a unique perspective on the team's personality. Let's head out on the court to learn more.
What could you not live without? Cheese? I don't know. It could be cheese. Knowing you. Okay, your dogs? Do you have dogs?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I have 2 dogs.
2 dogs. Family? It could be family. Or I don't know. This is a hard one. Sushi? I feel like you said you don't like sushi. Okay, I'm gonna say cheese.
The answer was family, but that was a close second, actually.
Okay.
So, who on the team has the most screen time? Said Aaliyah, and that could be a possibility because it's Aaliyah.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's always on TikTok. But it also could be Hayes because he's old. So
watching the tennis serve.
He loves,
over and over.
Oh my gosh, I don't. You put Aurora. I don't think it's Aurora because I don't think she's on her phone that much.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's Kaylin because even though she's on her phone, I don't think it's as much as. My final answer is Aaliyah.
It was Aaliyah.
Oh, sick.
Okay. You got it. Who is most likely to record a TikTok dance? Aaliyah? Well, she just did that at the other match we had, so it's very possibly her. Joey? No, I don't. Does Joey have TikTok?
Probably not.
Okay. Yeah, not Joey. Cammie? She could do it. She's kind of spontaneous. Hayes? No, not Hayes. I'm going to say Aaliyah.
You're right.
Yay.
Who has the best fashion sense? A is Hayes. And I mean, his matching red outfit is pretty fire today, but I don't think it's him. B is Cammie. I'm just gonna say I don't think it's Cammie either. C is Sophie, which I think is probably the close second, but I'm gonna go with Joey as my final answer because Joey is always dripping and is
always on point.
clothes.
Yeah, I did Sophie. That's who I thought.
All right.
Who takes the longest to get ready for school? Sophie? I feel like she puts a lot of effort into what she wears, so it could be her. Megan, Kay, I don't know. I feel like she tries too. Aaliyah, I think, I don't know. There's so many on here that could be right. Or Allie. No, I don't think it's Allie. She's still in middle school. I'm gonna say Aaliyah.
My answer was Sophie.
Okay.
Close. Who is the best table tennis player? A is Coach Grace, which, that's a possible answer because Grace is pretty good at most things she does, I think. B is Allie. I think it's not Allie because she's only 12, so she doesn't have experience. C is me, and I think it's me because I'm insane at table tennis. And D is Lexi. I don't think it's Lexi just because I think it's me.
I said Coach Grace.
Okay,
Sorry.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right. That's close.
Cool.
The Rebels have an extensive depth on their girls swimming team. They are excited and driven to help each other reach success. We dove in to figure out how the Rebels look to compete in their 2022 season. That's it for this edition of At the Half. Make sure to keep up to date with all your local sports coverages by liking and subscribing to our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube pages. Thanks for watching.
The past locker room was about 20 years old, the original locker room that we had. And with the success that past players have had and recent players have had, it was time for an upgrade. The last time they saw this locker room was in its past form, so none of them have seen it. They helped with the demo, but after that, it's going to be a brand new form.
Hey girls, 1, 2, 3.
I think all of it. It's just the final product. I can't really pinpoint one thing out. I mean, I had a little part of everything, so I think everything just turned out great.
it's all the families on our hockey team. Without their support, I mean, that's where it starts. Support of the booster club, support of the coaches, support of the families. But within the community, we had tons of sponsors who have put in program ads, sponsor a golf tournament. There's a lot of them, and we're hoping throughout the year we can recognize all of their support to us. But it's not only the people that sponsored us and the families, but it's really anyone that has interest in Andover girls hockey, and the support's poured out for all of us. So yeah, it's been fantastic.
Just excitement to have brand new stuff, state-of-the-art items. If you're going to continue to build a hockey dynasty, you need to have good stuff. You need to have good equipment, good place to go, something that the girls can be proud of on the ice and off the ice. And I just think this is going to be a great spot for them to come together as a team and make good things happen for the years to come.
And these two little girls, hopefully one day we'll get to use those, right?
Well, I hope they enjoy it. They should. Respect it. They earn it. I mean, the old locker room was, I don't know, 20 years old, I'm guessing. Time for a change. And I think this would be a big boost for the girls to maybe give it that little extra effort. Not that they don't, but I think it's going to be a nice little addition to the Andover girls hockey.
Hopefully another successful season. Andover's had a history, especially the last 5 to 10 years of very high level hockey at all levels. So we're optimistic for the season, but yeah, hopeful that it's another successful year, and the girls work hard, listen to their coaches, and give it their all.
Or that they all have outlets on their coaches.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with the tradition of the girls program. And a lot has to do with the past players. They really started the tradition. The current players are going to benefit with the new locker room, but it's really to honor the past and present players, and hopefully future players as well.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Welcome back to the second half here as we get a look at Elk River Athletic Complex here. The Elks are up by a 26-21 margin. This the section championship battle, and these teams are like a track meet. There's Osterman for his first of 2 touchdown runs. And a chance there is his first one, just a 2-yard plunge, but countered back, and then Nelson, a nice pass here to Heller. Heller picks it up there, and that gave the Huskies, with that extra point, a 1-point lead. They battled back and following it up the middle here. A push there and a touchdown for Gordon, his first of 2. There's Gordon's second, following the center. Getting at it there, and a strong offensive line, very jubilant. Osterman there. Huskies came back with a drive that they were able to cap with a pass to Musungu on a quick screen, and took it into the house. That drive it capped on took them just a minute, Jim, and 10 seconds.
Yeah. It was
good size crowd there too for the
it was
Huskies.
very quick. Yes. So as you mentioned, some halftime stats if that we can go through some of those. Both quarterbacks have been outstanding. As you can see right here, first downs 9-7. Elk River has the lead. Rushing yards, no comparison, 232, including 160 from Kate Osterman. And the Huskies with 77. Leading rusher for the Huskies, 38 yards by Dylan Kirchner. Passing yards, all Huskies on that one, as Davenport has played a big role with over 60 yards of passing yards. And, of course, penalties, 3 on the Huskies, 4 on the Elks, and 1 big turnover, Joe, that turned into a touchdown for the Elks in the second quarter.
Yep, a pass just missed down the middle by Nelson, and it was to the 35-yard line, and the Elks punched it in from there. You look at scoring, too, in the second half of these teams. Third quarter, Elk River has scored 105. Meanwhile, Andover 98. I mention that because as it comes out and everything kind of ferrets out through those numbers, it's amazing how comparative these teams are in terms of production. It's just that Elk River does it on the ground, and it's a squad this year that, as I mentioned, put up 4,100 yards. Meanwhile, Andover has more of a balanced attack to it, and they're both staying, you are who you are through the season, and you're seeing that here tonight.
Now, one thing that skews the second half is both teams at times had such a large lead that we didn't see the starters in the second half. So some, and we've done a couple of games on QCTV by halftime or by the middle of the third quarter. A lot of the backups are in, so we're going to see both high-powered offense through the end of this game.
Well, you can see the stands are packed.
Oh,
and
yes.
You saw the Huskies on that blackout on the far side, and here at Elk River, just below us, it's packed to pack, body to body here as we're set to go for the second half. Elk River will be kicking off to the Huskies, and the one element of today's game that hasn't hit yet is that special teams, Jim, we talked about at the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, very, very metered response. Like this kickoff, probably not a returnable kickoff.
They've been trying to just pooch kick it, perch it. This one, they'll kick and it'll land, and we've got a penalty flag, and this will be offside for Elk River, so I'm sure Andover's more than interested in moving it back.
Offsides, kicking team, number 53. The 5-yard penalty will re-kick.
On the season, by the way, Andover at 429 yards in penalties. And for Elk River, 437. So they'll reset this and get in a look. We're getting a little bit more look. I haven't seen as much as the Huskies have I'd like to this season, but certainly Davenport seeming to getting him the ball in some key spots here. As you can see, the value he brings on returns or some good screens as well offensively. Approaching here, Elk River on the kickoff. They take this now from the 35. That's going to drop there to the Huskies at the 25. The outside, Robertson there trying to find his way to the far side of the field. Evidently that the side of the field that the return was set up on there. Robertson, all said and done, had about a 15-yard return as Davenport was coming in to take that kick. He dropped back and grabbed it. There's Coach Tom DeVellis, and you can't say enough about Coach DeVellis. You mentioned 9 of the last 11 years he's been involved in a section championship.
Yeah, and not only that, he's a teacher of men and a mentor for men. He and his staff have done just a great job of
Huskies come out, trip to the left. That's in motion. Heller, a handoff right up the middle of Kirchner, and he picks up about 3 on the play. I was looking at the coverage defensively here for Elk River on how they're covering, because they had a huge gap. If they could have snapped the ball and just threw it to one of the slot receivers, Andover, but that's good. Pick up a 3, 2nd and 7. 3 to the left again. Nelson this time back. It's going to be a wide tunnel screen to the near side here, and that's Robertson who picks up the first down for Andover after a catch and run of about 7.
We've seen a lot of tunnel screens or bubble screens, and that one again is second for Robertson, and he's got 2 catches and two first downs.
Huskies picking up the pace here, right back to the line of scrimmage. First down now on the Elk River side of the 50. Here's a ball, langing it up. A wide open is Heller down the far side. He's to the 10. He's to the 5. He is to the house. Touchdown, a house call for Heller on the pass from Nelson, and the Huskies have recaptured the lead early here in the second half.
Well, what a great play design. The two wide receivers stepped back like it was a tunnel screen, just like we saw. Heller kept on a go route, and great job by Landon Nelson to just lay it right in the basket.
And you're right there, shirt pocket toss, and those are sometimes the most difficult. Had the gap to hit, and he did. He got him just enough, and Heller with the explosive close to the end zone. Andover connects quickly.
So another long scoring drive of a minute.
Yes. And, you know, just before half, it was 1 minute and 20 seconds. But Huskies get it right back and quickly regain that lead, and they're having some discussion here on the far side, and I'm not sure.
Yeah, they
looking
wanted,
at 2-point conversion.
Yeah, they wanted to move to the far hash. Sorry, Joe.
Nope, my bad. It is to the far hash. 2-point conversion attempt here for Andover. Nelson. Musungu moving left to right, all alone left side, trying to lift it up, and I thought that was knocked out, but a magnificent catch by Robertson, and he picks up the 2-point conversion. He was so well covered by the time that ball came down. I thought he had it knocked out the defender from Robertson's hands, but he maintained possession, and it's a 2-point conversion that is successful for Nelson and the Huskies, and they now jump out.
Yeah, Basidio on the coverage, but Robertson just an outstanding catch to be able to work his hands around, and just a great job on the completion. Nice pass again by Nelson. Nelson's been outstanding. His only incompletion, an interception.
3-point lead here, and the Huskies have it on full throttle to start the second half here, Jim, and they have not disappointed in terms of their offensive performance.
No, not at all. And again, a quick, 60-yard drive. Took a minute. Now you give it back to the Elk River Elks, and we're going to put a stopwatch on them and see how long it takes for them. But not unexpected.
Well, they've got so many athletes out there, both of these squads. And we said that it's a shame that both these teams are playing for a trip to the state tournament when they both kind of deserve that opportunity to go with their level of talent and play. The Huskies, meanwhile, a less experienced team. They've really matured and grown in skill and overall talent throughout the season. A tribute to Coach DeVellis. To the far side, Osterman, he's dangerous. Gets to the 35, and he's knocked down there, and that's where the Elks will take their first possession of the second half. Meanwhile, for Elk River, a very, very experienced team. A senior-led squad, and they have not disappointed. Coming in 9-0 this season, averaging over 400 yards on the ground. In the air, they're averaging just less than 50, but most of the time with that core strength and that type of model of offense and process that they run, there's no need for that run, or the pass rather.
They've had 20 ball carriers this season. 9 of them have scored touchdowns. So that tells you the balance that they have throughout their lineup and how committed they are to the run.
Elk River to the line here. Huskies bunch it up. It looks like a goal line defense right now for Andover at the 35-yard line. Snap, and Osterman holds on. Osterman gets on to about a pickup of 6. So quick, such burst speed that time. Picking him up and putting him down, and it looks like Israelson that time on the tackle for Andover. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Yeah, Israelson, again, one of the handful of tackles he's got, and we're, a minute and a half into the second half.
You can see as they line up here each time, it looks like a goal line stance. That's how much they're jamming into that box. And Coach DeVellis said we got to put some of the bigger bodies in that middle and try to slow down the offense here. 2nd and 4, Elk River. Osterman this time hands it off. First man through, but powers his way through and makes his way beyond the first down mark. And even as close as I watch this thing, you just lose track of the moving shell offensive line and process. And we spoke with Coach Hamilton before the game, and he said he's had some coaches or two approach him to say, now, how do you run? We'd like to look at that for maybe an offset of an offense. And he's like, no, this has got to be
your offense. It can't be a little here and there. You execute it by doing it every time, and they have got this down to an art. 1st and 10 at the 48 outside, banging in some more banging there, moving it across, and a pickup of 5 that time.
At PJ Bono, we saw him quite a bit on a couple of carries on that first drive, and then was out until the final drive, where the final drive of the half. But a good runner. He's come in, and he's got 15 carries, 117 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Good body, 261, 220. Yep. Matches that the size of Gordon. 2nd and 4 now for Elk River. They're at the 46 of Andover. And off this side, Gordon punches his way again. Excuse me, that time it was Bono once again, and he powers his way ahead. Like Coach Hamilton mentioned at the beginning, we have 17 traps and 22 plays over the tackle. It reminds you of, remember the Titans. It's like Novocaine. Just give it time, it works.
Yeah, you're right. But they make in-game adjustments with their blocking schemes that the layman like yourself and myself, we just don't see what's happening in the trenches. But they do a great job with just adjusting the offense.
Stepping back right up again. Here's a chance now for Elk River on the move. 1st down. Back inside quickly, and you can see just how explosive each one of those running backs are. And they know where they're supposed to be. That time a carry picked up there on 21. And that was Logan Bunker.
As a defensive coach right now, you feel good. You stop. There's a 2nd down and 8. But this is Elk River. This could be to the house on a play that makes you look silly quickly, but especially with Kate Osterman out there.
The last time these two met, 8 rushing touchdowns for Elk River, and I want to say they had 4, maybe 5 runners over 100 yards. Handoff, and Osterman holds on to this. He's not afraid to jump into that pile and go right down the middle, and that time he picks up another 4, which is going to leave 3rd and 3. But it's 4-down territory, I would think, for Elk River anytime you're, like, say, inside the 40.
Yeah, some substitution comes in for the Huskies. Ben Peterson along with Jace Green come in, and a little bit more linebacker from defensive back.
Keep an eye on Jace Green, a caliber kid, good high caliber kid, quality athlete. We'll see what he can do. 33 comes over, pushes in, tackle, and at the 1st down marker, but not.
He didn't get it.
I think he's just short.
Yeah, he's going to be. That's PJ Bono. Boy, he is a big load.
And just keep feeding him that ball, and that's going to leave 4th and probably a foot just on the other side of the 30. Huskies would like to, and someone's doing some chirping, and it looks like it might be Sandstrom with the official. He needs to be careful. Another misconduct penalty, and he's done. This time Osterman keeps it, and just the wave of that offensive line pushes him just beyond the 1st down marker.
He's got it, but it's not by much. Good
surge that time by the defensive line, getting low.
And
that was like a mosh pit. Trying to move that mosh pit, and there's a good look, good camera work here. As you can see, even some of the D-backs, corner running backs, could not push him any farther than he got. That forward progress had hit the threshold, but I'll tell you, the force of that defensive line. Look at Halleckson. He's digging in.
I think Elk River got a pretty fortunate spot on that.
1st down. Holding it, going the right side of the corner, cutting back. Nolan Israelson forces him back. He loses his footing, and Kai Weichel is there.
Still a gain of 5, and the Huskies had it sniffed out. What a great fake by Osterman. He kept it on his head, and Israelson turns it back in. Nice tackle.
He's got that juice to get to the outside, and when he hits that burst, that's the first thing you're thinking as a tackler. I got to get to the edge.
Yeah.
And then he stops on a dime and cuts it up underneath. You feel defenseless, all alone out there on the edge with Osterman. Osterman now well over 1,000 on the season. 2nd and 5. Elk River takes this snap, hands it to the left side, and a great tackle on that play. Just a minimal gain, but they look to be a huge hole. And that pickup handoff was to Schmidt.
Well, Israelson has amped his game up in the second half. Had quite a few tackles in the first one, but this is just an outstanding play. A really good back. A low tackle, textbook.
Baumhauer quickly back out. I believe they're trying to keep all those defensive linebackers fresh. 4:30 left here in this third quarter. Osterman wants to throw. He releases it. Coming back for that reception is Sandstrom. That time he came back to get that ball, and it was thrown under the coverage a bit. And nice reception by Sandstrom. Good connection by Osterman. Osterman looks pretty poised with that pressure coming in on him.
Yeah, it looked like it was a broken play because they ran into each other, and then throws a pass right into coverage with triple coverage. The Huskies not able to get a gain of 10.
Second reception of the night for Sandstrom, and Elk River is on the move here. Just under 4 by the time they take the snap remaining here in the third. Looks fake, gets the handoff to the left side, and that time again looked to be Gavin Schmidt on the carry. He picked up 5. And it's really tough to get an advantage when you're playing defensively because you're banging up front.
Yeah.
You don't want to surrender and release one of your guys when you think they may not have the ball.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And just when you think they don't have it, they're going to the house. 2nd and 5 now for Elk River. You're seeing just a plethora of players, and that's why you love that depth if you're Andover, trying to bring in some fresh legs. 2nd and 5 from about the 7. Elk River moves left again. 3rd consecutive run to that side with 3 of the last 4 plays. That may be enough for Schmidt. And Elk River near a first down as we have about 3 remaining here in this third. They'll spot the ball at the 3. Correction, 2.
But we really haven't seen many negative yards by Elk River. Right now, Husky defense needs to find that extra gear and see if they can get a TFL.
Well, you know what? That was one need to know by Joe I was going to chime on earlier. They've only had 14 tackles for losses on their running game all year. Just 14 times caught for a loss.
That is a good need to know. That's
3rd and probably a centimeter. It's Osterman in for the touchdown. He follows that lead runner, fakes it in front to that lead runner, and then trails right behind him, follows him to the hole, and it's a touchdown for Elk River. What a fabulous, this is a tremendous game. I'll tell you, to watch, the call. And Elk River
just patient, keeps it. 2 people go through.
He's actually got the lineman and then 2 running backs in front of him.
Great play design. Osterman with his 3rd touchdown. 65-yard drive that took 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
They went over the side that time also of that large right tackle, Hunter Nethington, at 310 pounds, 6'3". There's the snap down. The kick is up, and it is good. 2.5 to go here in the third, and both teams have countered.
Yep. Hey, this is going to be one of those games. Whoever has the ball the last will make the decision on whether they're going to win or lose.
Yeah, and as much as they run the ball, it still moves quickly. It's just like the soccer match we had at U.S. Bank. You have your attacks, and then you have your counterattacks coming back. Both teams putting on a display here, and it's not that the defenses have that weakness. It's just that the offenses work with so much proficiency.
Yeah, and they're that good. I mean, both these offensives, they're 1 and 2 in Section 5 or in 5A, and probably would do very well in 6A.
Elk River coming into this game, not counting tonight, had 48 rushing TDs and 14 two-point conversions. That was coming into tonight. And really one of the key elements of the turning over the ball was with Osterman, who has 7 fumbles on the season. And that's not bad considering he handles the ball every play. and he's getting hit just about every play. 78 rushes coming into this game for Osterman, 910 yards. He's already surpassed 1,000 on the season. His carries, Jim, have got to be close to 20 by now.
He is at 14 carries.
Elk River to the left, kind of a high perch kick. Kirchner is there, picks it up at the 42, and he's brought down. Was that a face mask?
I think it was a jersey.
It was a jersey pull. So, still great field position. They will not allow that ball to go deep to any of the Huskies' returnmen. And for good reason. Very explosive. Setting it up now. This just the second possession for Andover here in the second half, as we have 2:25 to go in this third quarter. But they're 1 for 1 on possessions here in the second half. Three receivers to the right and Musungu all alone here to the left. Handoff to the right side. Davenport gets to the outside, cuts back, sees a seam, stops, moves forward, picks up 11, and a dynamic run there for Davenport. And the Huskies again are on the move with the first down, and he takes it near the 50-yard line. Davenport, an explosive player in his own right.
You know, he probably ran for that 11 yards, probably ran about 25, but back and forth, you know, just frustrating to try to tackle him, and nobody gets a hit on him.
No, you can't square up. Here's the snap back, quick to Heller. Heller's was behind him. He was trying to turn around and get his feet set. The defender was coming in, and that ball just a bit behind him. So Teddy Heller unable to grab that one.
First true incomplete pass, and that one just sailed a little bit on Nelson. Nelson has been sensational.
Yep, that one he kind of dropped that elbow, and that ball went a little higher. So quads to the left here on the far side, Musungu. They throw it underneath. Davenport has it. He has some opening in front of him. Picks it up at the 40. Continues, moves, cuts back to the 25, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. He is in the house. To the house for Davenport. A catch.
53-yard catch by Davenport. And boy, again, just an electric player.
Oh, what yak. The yards he gets after that catch. And he is off to the mark. Good ball, getting it right out there. And you could see that time, Robertson was trying to make that block. He did a good job of not getting a clip, and the defender overran Davenport. He's just got such instincts, does Davenport. When he takes that ball, he knows when to cut. Snap, spot, kick is up and good for Nelson. And the Huskies jump back out of run. Fourth lead change, I believe, of this game, and this is the third lead change in this third quarter.
Yes.
With 2 minutes to go, the Huskies take forever to put up those points. I think they took 27 seconds that time.
It was a 30-second drive and a 63-yard drive and 30 seconds. This is fantastic. You can see the packed house for the Huskies over on the visiting side.
If you came tonight just to watch a nice high school football section championship, nice and calm, your blood pressure spiking up and top, it's going. The systolic number and the diastolic number are not steady at all, as it has been back and forth and as rigid and calm as an EKG. And I'll tell you, 2 minutes left. I'm amazed at how quickly the Huskies came back, and they dialed that one up, and they have been using Davenport. I was wondering if they might increase his usage, because you can see the proficiency he brings to that offense.
He's got 6 catches for 113 yards. So yeah, he's been used well.
He and Heller have been great. Pooch kick here for Andover, dropped at about the 20. That's Osterman on the far side. He'll pick it up to the 30. Cuts back, misses a tackle, eludes one more, and then taken down. And a late hit. We'll see if there's a 15 that comes after that. On the Huskies, they will not. That's like.
If that was a quarterback, yes. He was a runner on that one, and he wasn't sliding down, so I don't think that was necessarily a flag.
Osterman is like a jackrabbit. You're trying to catch a jackrabbit. And almost impossible. So you really have to try to surround him with the team. Here comes Osterman, the senior quarterback. Head coach Hamilton said, you know, last time I had a kid who was such a good leader and calm was the quarterback we had, Hill. Was it back in 2016 when they won the state championship? Could that be a fumble? No, it's a right up the middle. They did a great job at decoying me, and as a moving ahead for a pickup of 9, they both kind of looked like, hey, did we fumble that, or what do we need to do here? It was a pickup there. Another runner into the equation here, and that's Beaudry.
Yeah,
yep. He picks up more on the season. Beaudry this past season with 640 yards. That leaves second in a yard, Jim, here for Elk River. Osterman leads the Elks to the line. The Huskies ready to counter. Snap, left side, big banging over the left tackle. They say it's a loose ball. They're going to say a potential fumble here. They thought that ball was down. No, they're going to say it's down by contact. The carry.
They're good.
We're going to discuss now, but they may want to. They did stop the clock.
They did stop it. They gave a first down. We'll hear what they have to say.
The ruling on the field is that the runner was down by contact. First down.
So Schmidt picks up some yards. We get the benefit of another look here. You can see they're pulling it loose. And that ball was just loose before that knee hit, but we have that advantage here. Great camera work.
Yeah.
You can see that ball coming loose maybe an inch before that knee hit the ground. First down now for Elk River. The Huskies 43, getting to the outside. Osterman, he's to the 5, to the 20, to the 10, and knocked out of bounds that time by Andover at about the 3-yard line.
Well, Osterman now over 40 yards, or 200 yards rushing, and that one is all him. Everybody followed the first up person, and
Kopetsky didn't take the right angle. He came in thinking he was going to maybe try to catch him on that backside of a run, but took that wrong angle. He popped to the outside, as I said, quicker than a jackrabbit, and he makes his way down the line. So Elk River, evidently with a goal of trying to score by the end of this third quarter, takes the snap at about the 3, powering their way side and in for the touchdown. And that was just that left side by Gavin Schmidt. They've been favoring that left side coming down this side of the field, but they also have some power on that right tackle as well. But touchdown here for Gavin Schmidt.
Yeah, Schmidt, they found something on that left side, like you said, Joe. They've run that about 5 or 6 times this half. Again, a 64-yard drive, 4 plays.
Snap back, set down, and the kick is up and good. It's just watching the proficiency of both of these teams, and they both have their different style. But now the 4th lead change here in the third quarter alone as the Elks regain a 4-point lead at 40-36.
Well, 1 minute and 18-second drive again, and you can see the road crew for.
Yeah, that's it.
For Elk River, yeah.
Crew there, all right. I'm sure I'm missing what that theme is supposed to be.
Neon. It's a neon theme.
So. Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. All right.
So 4 possessions, all 4 ending up in touchdowns for each, 2 for each team, and drives of the lowest drive was the first drive by the Huskies at 41. The smallest was 41, starting at the 41, a 59-yard drive.
Wow. And that theme for the Huskies over there, more up to my speed, a blackout, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Thing else, but farthest from swag you'll meet in your life, that'd be me. And we have 42 seconds left here in this third quarter. 4 lead changes here in the section championship. This is a phenomenal game. A kickoff for Elk River. Another pooch kick here. Kirshner will fair catch, and he'll set up camp there at about the 37.
A great call by Kirchner. Was up in the air. Not, right now there can't be any mistakes with turnovers, and really a good decision to make that fair catch. Take the ball at the 37. Nothing stopped you so far. Why think that it might now?
You see Israelson coming off that. That kid needs a break, but he would never sit. Also one of those high school wrestlers. I'm sure he'll be playing at that next level for football next year. Now, here comes Nelson leading the Huskies. 2 receivers to the right. Heller in motion, moving to the right now. Picked up, there's Nelson. He'll pick it and take it and collect a run of about 5 on the play. 30 seconds left, but that's plenty of time for the Huskies to run a play here.
And score.
2nd and 5 to Matt Huddle. They're looking tonight a marvelous night.
Oh, it's beautiful. Great football night.
Little wind, if any. 3 to the left, and Heller coming to the side of the 3 receivers. They'll take it to the middle. Kirshner there that powers his way ahead, just short of the first down, and that will take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. What an explosive one it has been. We are 3 complete here at the section championship. The Andover Huskies in Elk River. It's a 40-36 lead for the Elks. Will return with the 4th in a moment.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you'll go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
We're back for the start of the 4th quarter of the section final. Let's get into the recap real quick, because as soon as the Huskies get to the huddle, Nelson's going to lead them down, and they've been amazing in terms of times of drives here. As you get a look at Nelson hitting Heller, that strike from about 50, Heller's 2nd touchdown reception of the night. And Nelson decides, hey, let's go to the far side for the 2-point conversion, and Robertson collects there. Meanwhile, calling his own number, Osterman for his 3rd touchdown of the game, countering back, and a wonderful run here by Davenport. A catch and run, and taking it again to the house for the Huskies, and they regain the lead there. And coming back from another off the left tackle run, Schmidt collects another touchdown run there for Elk River, and that puts us right now at a 40-36 lead for Elk River, but the Huskies just pick up another first down. They are at the Elk River 44. Nelson looks for that sign, gets the acknowledgement back. Man-to-man coverage, pressed on that far side. Give and go, start, cut. A hard cut move there by DeMario Davenport, who's having one heck of an evening.
Yeah, nice. Great to see him get the ball, and he's just electric. Kirchner in now. Davenport will go out. In fact, they've got 2 running backs out to the far side.
Quads to the left. Musungu alone here on the right. Looking for a last-minute change on that game plan, and the game clock has not worked since near the end of that first half. Nelson snaps, gets the snap, moves it to the right. Now tries to cut back again, moves and powers his way ahead at 215 pounds and runs over one of the defenders there for Elk River. But it'll still be 3rd and about 3, or make that 4. As you can see, Nelson trying to do his own little version of a jump cut.
Yeah, a little tiptoeing around and able to get down. Good decision. 3rd down. They're two down territory. They've got 2 downs to get 5 yards.
Trips to the left. Musungu alone to the right. Looking left. Finding the left. Has a receiver. Heller there. Almost intercepted. Watching that ball, and that play kind of evolved in the backfield.
That's P.J. Bono again.
Bono involved, and he almost had the pick that time, stepping in front of Teddy Heller. And he released it, maybe just a little too much trajectory, and it gave Bono a chance to knock it away. And this will leave a 4th and 4 for Andover. They're going to go for it. At least that appears to be the early indication. At the 36-yard line of Elk River, Andover down by 4 early, and just underway in the 4th quarter. This, the section championship, in motion. Davenport curls back. Nelson holds on to it, pitches it to Davenport. Davenport tries to get to the outside. He's to the 30, 36, and brought down short of the first down. Penalty flag is down. We may get a holding penalty, but we'll let the officials sort that out. But nonetheless, the bottom line, the Huskies were short on that fourth down attempt. But let's hear what the call is. That maybe, here it comes.
Personal foul, illegal blindside block, offense number 19. That penalty will be declined. Result of the play is a first down for Elk River.
First down, first time here, and it's that 4 possessions, I believe the Huskies have not scored. And get a look here at top of the screen, you can see
blindside block by Tate Johnson on the middle linebacker, Deledo, and he just didn't turn his head. Unfortunately for the Huskies, Huskies need him to get a stop now.
He didn't get that first down either way, too, so turnover and loss on the down possession. So here comes Elk River, setting it to the line here on their own 37-yard line. Handoff left side and getting through the interior line and coming back from behind to haul him down that time for the Huskies, but a pickup on that play of 9.
Yeah, getting down the field is Jeremiah Constant, who's able to get down there and stop.
Needed a little assistance getting back up, but this time, I mean, look at that. They're just revolving people in and out, and that's what you have to do. Now is Tremaine Davis. He's in.
Yeah, the Huskies need to stop, though. The Huskies their defense needs to somehow figure out a way to get this offense off the field.
Up the middle again, cutting it there, moving it back again to the far side. It's Kopetsky who's going to guide out the leader there in Beaudry. He picks it up to 5'7", 150 swift runner. Picks up about 35 on that run. He gets through that initial line, cuts to the right. And a splendid move there. Good job by Kopetsky and Niave to come over to seal him out. First down now for Elk River. They are on the Husky 18-yard line. Huskies need a stop or trying to get that turnover. The one turnover for Elk River was very close. Maybe with review, it looked like it was a fumble before the runner hit the ground. The Huskies would have taken over, but it was Elk River who went on to score. There's a run to the left side here, banging into the back of the blockers, and then the defensive line, including Israelson, and the tackle there after a pickup of 3.
Another off tackle run by Gavin Schmidt. I think we've seen that 5 or 6 times, 7 or 8 times. And Schmidt getting positive yardage each time.
They go to the left side because over there also is Jack Lackmiller. We haven't spoken a lot of him tonight, but another big body there, 6'4", 230. Then they have TJ Hill at 200, all on that left side. Second and 8 now for the Huskies. We're under 9 to play in this fourth. Moving it to the right side. Nice defensive stop that time for the Huskies as they stonewall their runner. And that time, I believe that looked like we had Gordon on that carry.
Yeah, Gordon there. Good. Another good tackle by Bubba Weichel, who is he's been busy. Let's put it that way. Played off the block, steps up, delivers the hit.
Force there to be reckoned with, as you've seen from Halleckson and the crew as well up front. This is 3rd and 5. Huskies need this stop. Elk River comes to the line, power T formation, trying to hold on to it, and they capture Osterman as he tries to elude a tackle and bounce it to the outside. Nice job, nice group tackle that time by the Huskies.
Yeah, Halleckson got the penetration, was able to just slow him down enough. You see right there, just grabbed him and waited for his friends. Good tackle. Big 4th down here. The Huskies got a chance to change the dynamic of this game immediately.
First thing you're doing is making sure you're not offside, jumping off anything here. This is 4th and about 4.5, so offside would give them the first down. Here they come. Osterman stymied on that last run, takes the snap, He'll hold on to it, try to go to the left side. Now he'll try to throw the pass, and it's picked up in the end zone by the Andover Huskies. Iafe with the big play. He was praying for that one, and he got it. He went skyward, elevated, climbed the ladder, brought it down for the interception. It'll be a touchback for the Huskies. They get the ball at the 20, and Jim, they come up with the stop they needed.
Yes, absolutely. AFA falls back into coverage. You're looking for Sandstrom. And Sandstrom, oh, I'm sorry, that's Lackmiller. Lackmiller was covered up not only by AFA, but Eckes was back there as well. Great defensive stand by the Huskies.
And I think Osterman probably thought, I better just throw it because I have some defensive players coming in, and he really didn't have anywhere to run at that place. Nice job defensively. Huskies now quickly trying to counter back. First down on their own 20-yard line. That's Musungu in motion, moving left to right. Handoff up the middle. Kirshner there, bangs ahead, picks up 5. 7:22 to go here in the fourth. And this game is everything we thought it would be, Jim, just back and forth. And explosive offenses, punters optional. I don't think you needed them at all for the second quarter on. Snap back to Nelson, takes it, looks to his right, throws back to his left. That time it's Robertson. He burst his way ahead over the top of a tackler to about the 31-yard line of Elk River. That's enough for a first down. That allows the Huskies to continue their drive, but it may be Robertson. No, it's not Robertson down. It's another player for the Huskies. A little slow to get up. 6:56 to go in the fourth quarter, in what could be the last. 6:56 for either Elk River or for Andover.
Yeah, Tate Johnson taking the knee. He's been good. He had no receptions tonight, but he has been outstanding out there being able to block on those bubble and tunnel screens. And definitely want to, I'm sure he'll be able to shake off. You saw after the interception, just the emotion come out on that defense for that stop, and it was really it was outstanding to see just how much this means to these players.
Tate Johnson, hey, they put him out wide, but he's also, as you mentioned, works as a great kind of a hybrid tight end at 6'2", 215. Here come the Huskies. First down on their own 31-yard line. Heller in motion. Nelson moves it to the left, cuts it back, holds on to it, and moves it down. Creative move, and gets about a pickup of 5 on the play there. So Nelson sets up. Looks like he wants to pitch it out to the left and then cuts it under. So, approaching 6 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. What just a tremendous game as we have the Huskies up to the line on their own 35, Elk River. And that 3-4-D stretching it out a bit here. They fake the handoff to Davenport. Nelson will keep it and power his way towards the first down marker. He may just have it unless they're going to mark it down short. They will by about, boy, that's a tough spot. Put it down at the 40, but it looks like, is there a penalty flag or an injured player
down? It's an injured player on the outside.
I mean, I know the difference between a penalty flag and an injured player.
Oh, there is a flag down too. There's both. So we'll find out. Might be another blindside block, possibly.
Far side here.
And you're looking over at the Andover side.
Holding. Offense, number 79. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Second down. Timeout for the injury.
They'll address the injured player on that far side. They've not been able to pick up a number, but again, that hold on that left side probably has to do with some of that defensive pressure by Jack Lockmiller, 6'3", 230. He, coming into this game, had 14 tackles for losses. Has a couple more tonight. He also had 7 sacks, 5 forced fumbles, 2 of which he recovered. So they're still attending to this player, and you hope that's nothing too serious. As you don't know if it's a cramp at first, and it is. He's also had a 32-yard scoop and score. That happened last week in their win over Duluth East. Opportunist player here. So the Huskies have to go all the way back.
Yeah, Tate Johnson back on the field for the Huskies.
2nd and 15. Nelson's going to air this out, send it deep. He's got a receiver. Robertson pulls it in. What a phenomenal catch. He fully extends and keeps possession and lays out for the reception. Brought down at the 30-yard line of Elk River.
Yeah, what a great job. 45-yard gain for the Huskies. You think, oh my word, 2nd down and 16. And the Huskies come up with a big play again.
5:45. The clock is moving here. The Huskies 1st down on the Elk River 30-yard line. They have made an entrance into the Elk River side of the field. Nelson's going to hold on to this and power his way again. Doesn't necessarily move fast, but continues to be strategic and getting his way down. Slow to get up. Also there on that offensive line for the Huskies is Isaac Nowak.
Look at that. Yeah, so.
Oh, is that a play?
Hey, in our YouTube chat, please vote for the player of the game. We've got 3 that I'll announce after this play.
Nelson, 2nd and 4. Sets the clap. Now they reset. Get their signals from the sideline. In motion is Robertson with a phenomenal catch just moments ago. Nelson keeps this, fights it along, and moves his way down. Nelson, of course, on the season, almost 600 yards rushing. 11 rushing TDs. Who are those candidates they need to vote on?
Well, Landon Nelson, obviously, for the Huskies, along with Demario Davenport. And for Elk River, we've got Cade Osterman as those are the 3 candidates that we've got for player of the game. A little gimpy right now for Nelson.
Yep, or Heller could be a wild card player of the game, too.
Yep.
So here we go. 3rd and about half a yard for Andover. In motion, Heller moving right to left. The snap back. Handoff ahead to Kirshner. They haven't used him much, but when they have, it's been north-south and very effective. He's down to a 16-yard line with 4 minutes remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Huskies. Remember, the Huskies took possession of the ball after the interception by Iafe in their own end zone. Phenomenal defensive push that time to get the lone turnover from Elk River here in this game. Elk River up by 4, and the Huskies getting their signals from the sideline. On the 16, 1st down. Here comes Nelson to the line. 2 to the left, 2 receivers, and now Robertson in motion, right to left. Handoff straight ahead again. Kirshner crunches ahead. You rarely see that running back ever lose yards. He's such a good hard cut north-south runner. There you get a look.
So John, what you really need to wonder if what the coaching staff for Andover is drive that clock down. Let's not try to score a touchdown and keep the offense for Elk River on the bench.
Very good. You're right. 2nd and 7. Penalty here being whistled. Of illegal motion, I believe, is what I saw.
It looks like it might be on them. Encroachment.
Defense, number 6. The 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Rarely am I wrong, but I'm glad I was on that occasion.
I actually wrote that down, Joe, and we'll make sure that we hear that. We've got an extra offensive lineman coming in.
So that sets up a 2nd and 3 for Andover, and they start that clock again. Now 2:50 remaining here in this 4th quarter. We saw the 3rd quarter exchange lead 4 times. 2 to the left, coming in motion this time. Robertson to the right. Nelson will hold on to it. He'll try to get around the end just enough for the 1st down. We'll see if he got there. I think he's short. In fact, I think he just got back to the line of scrimmages. It is now 3rd. May have lost a half a yard there, so now 3rd and about 3.
Yeah, we appreciate Brad Schumacher's vote tonight.
Hey, it's great to hear from everyone. Appreciate all the viewers tonight being able to join us in this QCTV sports presentation. 3rd. They moved it closer ahead now, so about 3rd and a yard and a half. Handoff. Kirshner pounds off of one, grounds off another, and forward momentum takes him to the 3-yard line. And Andover on another outstanding drive. This one, instead of trying to just approach it here. They have been very strategic in their approach.
Yeah, Sandstrom with a great tackle on Kirchner. They're going to let this clock. Well, actually, it looks like Elk River took a timeout.
Timeout, Elk River.
Okay,
That's
we
their
got
first timeout of the half.
what
Please set
a
the game
drive.
clock to 2:34.
So 2:34 will be left, but what a drive here for Andover. Not only get the turnover, but now they've been able to take this thing down. They picked it up at the 20. They've taken it all the way down to the Elk River 2, and they've consumed so much time on that clock. And they've had drives that really differentiate from these longer drives.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you wondered, if you're Elk River, do you let them score? You know your offense isn't great on this. You've got 2:34. I wonder if they look at just letting them score so they get the ball back.
First and goal to go for Andover. 2:34 to go. They're down by 4. The Huskies snap to Nelson. Handoff ahead to Kirchner. Kirchner, he's content with surging ahead and rolling and taking it to the 2-yard line. Another timeout here by Elk River. And this, rarely do you get a game when you expect some high performance, and you get it by both of these teams.
Second timeout
Coming in to make that tackle.
Please set the game clock to 2:27.
On the near side that time was number
2:27.
6 for Elk River, and that was Badillo.
Yeah.
So 2:25 to go.
Just a reminder, we will have the award ceremony for the sectional championship at the conclusion of the match tonight, so please stick around. Both teams deserve to have a
now you can't
trophy.
say both teams deserve medals. I'm just giving you a hard time.
No, I'm telling you right now, this has been just an exceptionally well-played game. The only 2 turnovers, both interceptions. Both have one has ended up in points. One possibly ends up on points. Second down and from the 3-yard line, 2:27. Elk River only has 1 timeout remaining.
That first matchup of the season, Landon Nelson, in which the Huskies took the loss, went 14 for 30, 149 yards. But tonight, a completely different story. A team you've seen some maturation from with the Huskies as they develop that young talent. Second down, goal to go for Andover on the 2 of Elk River. Nelson with the snap. He's in for the touchdown. The Huskies have retaken the lead, and they do so with 2 minutes and 23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. They gain now the 2-point lead. Let's see if they go for a 2-point conversion or an extra point here for Andover. Good hold that time. They saw it over Frosley.
Yeah, I think you just go for the 1 point. It's a field goal. It takes you to overtime. If not, you could lose by a field goal. Joe, I'm nervous. This has been an outstanding game. You talked about spiking in blood pressure. I think that's happening to about 2,500 people that are here tonight.
Snap is back. Set is down, and the kick is good. Nelson looks just pure on those extra points. Good leg, good technique, and the Huskies have jumped out now to that 3-point lead, and it has been back and forth. It's like ping pong. They're going back and forth just as quickly. And or pickleball, but it has been a bender. You can see the offensive line excited, accelerating, and now it's time for the defense to come up and show what they have. This is a team. The last time they met, they did Elk River 60+ points.
So 2 minutes and 23 seconds, and this offense definitely has the ability for quick strikes. It's just not as conventional as what you see a 2-minute offense do.
Here they go. Set here for the Huskies. Table is set. Ford lead changes alone in the third quarter for this back and forth matchup. Huskies come back onto the field. The winner advances to the state tournament. But I will just say both of these teams shouldn't get a medal. Both of them should be in the state tournament and just playing in different sections, because they are, you'll see it when it comes time for that state tournament, the mismatch here. 2 top-notch teams going head-to-head and taking it to the 15th round. Nelson on the kickoff, picked up at the 15, far side. Here comes Elk River moving, cutting it back again, and taken down at the 37-yard line. That time was Bunker.
Alexson again with another tackle on special teams. Well, this is it right here, Joe. 2 minutes and 16 seconds left. One of the best running offenses in the state has to go 63 yards. What a way to try to finish the season for one team.
Of course, they don't want to score too early either, because you don't want to leave 30 seconds on the clock for Andover to counter.
No, not at all.
Comes down to this, those two-a-days, and then those lifting weight room and all those sessions. And now we're set. Wing T formation. Hand up the middle, and good job, good containment there by the Huskies as a minimize a gain of just maybe 2.5 on that. Back up to the line quickly, set up here. We're under 2 now officially to play. 2nd and 7. Elk River takes the snap. Osterman holds on to it, goes outside. Beautiful tackle to cut down, and that is the Izzy Israelson with another outstanding tackle from allowing Osterman to break his tackle and proceed down the field for first down. 3rd now in 6.
What a great tackle. Israelson is on fire right now.
3rd and 6. Here comes Elk River. That time is tick-tocking. Handoff. He holds it, goes to the right side, and will get the first down. Left, right, puts it on that hip. Just tries to get like a half a step on the end. And that time he got the edge and pushed ahead right at the 50-yard line. 1 timeout remaining for Elk River. 1:20 left on the clock. He'll spike it. That is Osterman. And that's a rare incompletion for him, but it's a spike.
Yes.
But he has had an interception tonight. That's an anomaly as well.
Yeah, he's 2 for 4 right now, but yeah.
And now you're probably looking to see, hey, will they leak out one of those tight ends? There's one player who leads the team in receptions that we haven't heard a lot of on the pass plays. Well, you typically don't hear a lot on a pass play anyway from Elk River, but
Gavin Schmidt.
You got it.
Gavin Schmidt. He's he got 5 catches, 5 touchdowns.
28. Keep an eye out for that number. 2nd and 10 now for Elk River at the 50-yard line. They look left, look right. They want to throw. Incomplete. They were on top of him before he could barely release that pass. Good pressure, and that comes the way of the Huskies, and that was Mason Eckes.
Yeah, Gavin Schmidt was open. He came out along with Sandstrom on the far side and just couldn't see it. Osterman was too much under pressure.
Boy, if you look again, Halleckson, the guy clearly had his hand around his waist trying to hold him back. 1:15 remaining. The Huskies, a 3-point lead. The winner of this advances to the section championship at the 50-yard line. 3rd and 10 for Elk River, the number 1 seed in this section. Snap goes back. Osterman hands it right up the middle, and then a gainer extended out to about a pickup of 8 on the play, maybe 9. This will be 4th and 9 as the clock continues to move. We're under a minute to play.
4th and 2.
Osterman brings it into the huddle. 4th and 2. At the Huskies' 42-yard line. This could be the season, and a chance for the other to advance to the state tournament. Taking the snap, powering his way ahead and getting just enough and maybe an extra bonus yard is Elk River. 44 seconds now remaining. They'll reset for the first down marker and load it up again.
And Osterman is not. I think he's gimpy. They're gonna spike the ball here.
And Osterman takes that snap. Osterman spikes it. 39 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
He's not healthy at all on that ankle.
He's not.
But they may need to take a timeout just to see if they can get him healed here quickly. He is such a vital component of this offense.
Yeah, Grant Stoltman, number 17, he's a senior. He is the backup.
They're also seeing the kicker warm up here. In pregame, going this direction, we saw their kicker and Bloom connect from 40 out.
Yeah, so they need to get to, if they're going to do it, they need to get to the 23.
2nd down, Elk River looking to throw. Osterman throws it back behind the line and dropped. That time by number 4.
That's Lackmiller again. Lackmiller again.
9, rather.
Yes,
Me, yeah.
yes. He just pulled it in and started to look up to go down the field. It'll be
They
third
had
down.
a bit of a screen set on that side for him. If he could have held on to it, he'd had some room to rumble. This will leave a 3rd and 10 for the Elks. The Elks, a team that produces over 400 rushing yards a game this season, need to find a way to get probably another 15 yards to try a viable attempt at a game-tying field goal. 33 seconds remains. Osterman takes the snap, fakes the handoff, drop back, wants to throw. He eludes a sack, continues to run. Now looks to the right flats and picks it up. A first down and more, but I wonder if there was an offensive lineman down the field. Nope, that was not. They're going to keep it rolling. First down and more on the outlet pass to the running back. 23 seconds remaining. Quickly setting the ball for the first down markers and starting the clock, and they'll again spike it. 19 seconds remains, and look at this. He eluded a sack there by Hallickson and then just got it off quickly. Good pressure.
Yeah.
Good poise by that running back in Schmidt to stay available and active. That's the other one you need to watch out for. Osterman is the one looking to heal that leg as they've already started the play clock. He needs to get back in there.
Coach Hamilton doesn't look any different from the first play of the game to now. He's still able to give direction and be the calm leader that he is.
So let's set it up. The Huskies have a 3-point lead. Elk River on the move. They're at the 24-yard line of Andover. 19 seconds remaining. 2nd and 10.
Oh, there's a flag.
And now a
delay
flag.
of game.
Delay of game.
I thought it was good.
Offense number 2. The 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
When Osterman was over talking with the head coach there, I thought that was an extended time. I almost thought that they take a timeout, and I didn't recognize it. But it is a delay game. That's going to move them back. That's Elk River to the Andover 29-yard line. 19 seconds remains in Andover. A 43-40 lead on a long fourth quarter drive to take that lead. Here's a chance now for the Huskies defense to come up the second consecutive time. Osterman rolls to the right, looks to throw. He does. He gets it out just to the sideline. A pickup of about 7, maybe out at the 17-yard line, but 14 seconds left.
One of the chain gang got taken out by Bunker there. Looks like he's okay.
And this is the one where you kind of look to see if they sneak somebody out on that backside, a tight end or something here, as they keep rolling to the right, settling for those short passes. Kind of an extended run on that particular play. So 14 seconds. 3rd and about 4 for the first down. And about 17 for the touchdown. A handoff up the middle. That'll battle enough near the first down marker. They need to decide quickly if that is a first down, because then they're going to need to reset. They do give them the first down. 8 seconds now left here in the fourth quarter. Elk River from 12 yards out. They need a first down. They'll spike it there, and that's going to drop it down to 5.7 seconds left. Wow.
So
squeezing every second out.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I haven't seen anybody warming up as far as who would take this kick. I know that we've seen Carter Bloom with the extra points. You really don't. I guess you have one timeout, but if the play gets extended at all, that's the end of the game.
I think they're going to look for a tight end in the end zone here. Maybe one last play and then try the field goal attempt. I think they give it one last pop. Osterman comes back into the huddle. He's going to need to hustle because he's been on that sideline quite a long time.
They've already got it. He's down to 5.
They have to call the timeout now. I don't know how they lose track of that because...
Timeout, Elk River. That's their 3rd and final timeout.
The officials marking up that time, and they're going to bring in the field goal kicker, and that's going to be Bloom.
Carter Bloom coming in. It'll be about a 30-yard field goal.
And he was bombing them from the 40. Pre-game, we were talking to Coach Hamilton before the game. So it all comes down to a good snap, a good set. The hold there, and here we go. Whoa, what a thriller. This game, I don't know if we can take overtime, but Elk River is hoping for it now. They'll set it down, as you mentioned, Jim, at the 20, 30-yard attempt. Timeout taken now by Andover. They'll try to freeze.
Timeout.
The junior
Andover.
kicker.
That's their first timeout of the half.
So the holder is Dario Blasidia, and he's and the long snapper is number 17. I believe that's Grant Stoltman, the backup quarterback.
So here it is. A chance on a field goal. These two teams back and forth offensive explosion. The Elk River squad put up 426 points coming into this game. As we add those 40, that takes it to 466. Andover 429 points. And that puts them up at about 473. Here we go. Here's a chance. 30-yard attempt to tie this up section championship. Elk River getting ready to field goal attempt. They're down by 3. 5 seconds left. Snap is good. Spot is good. Kick is good through the uprights. They continue to run the clock, though. The clock should still have about 2 seconds on it. And right now, field goal is good for Elk River. They split the uprights. Calm and cool. You know, everything there comes back to technique. Got to have a good snap, got to have a good hold and the follow through, and great job. Wow. And a great job by the Huskies to hold Elk River.
The field goal was made with 1.5 seconds left on the clock. Please reset the game clock to 1.5.
Well, and you got to remember those little elements of the game. That extra point by Andover that they made. Instead, Jim, you were pushing for a 2-point conversion attempt on that. And I had to talk you down from that. But that field goal, extra point, was certainly the right decision.
Yeah.
And they tie this thing up at 43-43.
So 1.5 seconds left. If the Huskies make a fair catch on one of those pooch kicks, there will be no time, and they'll have one offensive play to try to move it down. So wonder if that might be kind of the play and the direction. Yeah. So the atmosphere here is outstanding. The scoreboard operator, they're playing some great music, and the crowd. I don't think I've seen anybody sit down for the last hour.
Okay, well, I'm worried just to sit down because I'm going to miss something. Let's see what the game plan is here. Do you kick it deep, as Jim was just talking about, or you can fair catch it and then get one free play from there? Huskies have everyone up front. If they onside kick it, recover it, maybe a field goal or maybe what have you. Let's see what transpires. It is an onside kick. Musungu picks it up and then he fumbles it. He fumbles it, but time is expired.
Time's expired. They can. Time is expired as soon as he touches it. If he would have gone down to a knee right there, it would have. They would have had an opportunity for a Hail Mary about the 45. But nonetheless, we're going to overtime, Joe.
Hey, but you can't blame Musungu because I'm sure he's thinking, I'm taking this to the house. I got it.
He's touched it once and he's gone into it. So we've got overtime, and really,
there it is.
Just couldn't get a handle on it.
You could tell that he was looking down the field from the time that it almost hit his hands, but trying to find a gap. There is the Andover stands. And the fans here for some bonus high school football coming your way on QCTV. Joe running along with Jim Childs and the whole QCTV staff, and Taylor and the crew. And boy, what a reward on a Friday night lights here at Elk River High School.
And once again, thanks to the Andover Football Association for allowing us to have sponsorship for this outstanding sectional title game. Once again, Andover Football Association, thank you.
Good defensive stances when they needed to take place. Both teams in that third quarter was back and forth. And then in that fourth quarter, they both kind of made their stance. But again, punters not needed. So they are set here. And they will do a toss, a coin toss, with the captains. I mentioned this Elk River offense coming into the game. Well, this season had been averaging 410 rushing yards a game. I'm not sure where they're at tonight, Jim, but I know it's nowhere near that.
This is the overtime. By high school rule, all possessions are from the 10-yard line, first and goal. If there's a penalty in the interim, we'll still move the penalty, but it'll still be first and goal. There's no time on the clock. There's no game clock. Both teams have one timeout per overtime possession, or overtime inning. All right, with silver dollar here, there's a tail, there's a head, there's a head, there's a tail. Andover, the visitor. What's your call? Tails? Tails is the call. Is a tail. Your choices are offense, defense, or side of the field.
Defense.
So like defense. Which side of the field we're gonna play on? Flip around, guys. Let's flip around. We're going this way. Andover has won the toss. They've elected to play defense. All overtime possessions will occur on this end of the field.
Okay, there it is. Andover gets that first.
Yeah, so we've got, it's from the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal. Just kind of like college, except move it up 15 yards. And I don't know if, we'll have to check the rules, but after a while, possibly you go for two. You have to go for two. I don't know. But nothing more exciting than overtime. One of these teams is going to be extremely excited, and one is going to be disappointed, but no one in the fans is going to be disappointed with the excitement of this game.
Oh, this is all panning out. What a display of talent from both the sides of the ball here. Okay, Elk River gets their run first at this. Come out in that power T formation. Osterman to the left side, handoff to Schmidt. Schmidt slices his way, and that's kind of been their go-to medication here on late in this third quarter and into the fourth. That when in doubt, they've been hitting that right side, and you got to wonder how healthy that leg is of Osterman.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. But Joe, you think about making this field 10 yards for both these offensives. I hope they don't have timers on the lights, because we may be here a while.
So 2nd and 4 on that healthy pickup by Schmidt. Osterman takes the snap, hands it left side, grounding it down close to the goal line, probably at the half-yard line there, as Huskies finally bring down the runner.
That's PJ Bono again. Bono seems to be leading off every drive of each half. That driven down right there by Bubba Weichel.
Weichel made contact with him. He drove him back a little bit and then got that surge back. Here we go. 3rd down from closer to the 1-yard line, it appears now. Osterman takes the snap. Right to the left side there, and holding it back. What a defensive tackle and a stance there for the Huskies. It looked like it was imminent. He was going to get in, and finally he was just pulled right back out.
Yeah, Israelson and Effie just stand him up right at the goal line.
Look at Israelson. Oh my God. Full torque. Here we go. This has got to think Osterman's been historically here for this game, following his 2 running backs inside. You don't know how healthy that leg is, so you wonder how wide you want to go. Here it is, 4th and a half yard. Leverage and a push and in for the touchdown. It took the 4 downs to get the 10 yards, but Elk River has a lead now, and we'll see what to do with the extra point or 2-point conversion. You can see that surge to the offensive line. Picks up.
Timeout. Elk River. This is their timeout of this overtime period.
2-point conversion talk, you think, huh?
Yeah, what do you do here, Joe? That's a great point. you really put a lot of pressure on Andover to not only score the touchdown, to get an extra point or get the 2-point. But boy, you put yourself in some perilous
I think they
position.
committed already to the 2-point conversion by calling that timeout. And so, and they moved it back. So, to me, at least that's what I'm ruminating. And so, Huskies get things ready and geared up here for what I'll call is a 2-point conversion.
Well, the offense is going back out there.
All right, why should this play be any different than the others? We feel like you're at Vegas, just rolling, looking for 14 red or something.
Yeah. Well, this is the next biggest play of the game. And we could say that just about every play in the second half.
2-point conversion attempt. Now for Elk River. They have the first go-ahead touchdown in overtime. They're going to go left side, power it through, and they're in. Off that left tackle. Between the tackle and the tight end, and Locke Miller over there also to help out with the blocking.
Well, the pressure goes out now back onto the Huskies.
You can see the whole seam. That, I mean, it's like student body left. And they bring everyone with them off to that left side and seal off anybody else. It makes it an unfair matchup with that commitment.
So the Huskies come out. They have been unstoppable in the second half. And actually pretty much through the
early parts of the second quarter.
So it's
Huskies trying to counter.
Confusion.
Heller in motion, right to left. Nelson takes the snap. First play right up the middle to Kirchner. He picks up about a yard.
That
second and 9.
Elk River came out, and there was some confusion on who was covering up who on the far side. And if there was a pass over there, the Huskies had numbers.
Trips to the left. All alone here is Robertson to the right. Kirchner just to the left. Pistol formation now for the Huskies. Nelson takes the snap. Looking left. Finding Heller there if he gets a high enough. Over. Touchdown. Heller brings it down. It was deflected by the D-back. But still, Heller with those surgical-like hands brings it down calmly for the reception and the touchdown. And now the Huskies will need to counter with this 2-point conversion.
Can you believe this? Look at this catch and the concentration it takes as P.J. Bono was over there and just
deflected that ball and had to stay and prevent that from hitting that face mask. Here
that
it
was
is.
Osterman.
All the dice are rolled here and ready to rock. You'll see if Andover decides if maybe they want a timeout. They have one to use. And they're set now. This to tie the section championship matchup. Winner advances to the state tournament and trying to draw Andover offside. You can see the linebacker coming down low. 3 receivers to the right. Nelson takes the snap. He's going to plunge in ahead. Moves ahead and he's in right at the line. They haven't marked it yet. They have not called it yet. It looked as though he was right on that line.
No good.
No.
Elk River with the win.
That had to be a half an inch from crossing the line. What a heartbreaking end to a season for the Andover Huskies. As Elk River holds Nelson out and prevents him from crossing the goal line or even getting to it, as they are unable to pick up the 2-point conversion. Here's another look. He cuts back, grab it, and I just can't tell from that angle.
Yeah.
There's a better shot there.
Logan Bunker with the
initial hit there.
Game-saving tackle right
Nelson
there.
Dove.
I think the officials got it right.
My goodness. That was a tough way to end the season. But what an outstanding battle. Tough way to end a lot of the careers or high school play for a lot of these great athletes. As Elk River, congratulations. They will advance to the state tournament. They are the 2022 section 7-5A champions.
They'll actually play Maple Grove, or they play at Maple Grove next Saturday. I believe it's a 1 a.m. start. And they'll take the winner of the Section 8, which is, I believe it is Sartell, or it's Moorhead versus Sartell.
Oh, your Spuds potentially in there. So
yes,
disappointing end to the season, but certainly not a disappointing performance by either of these teams tonight, Jim.
No, these, and we'll take another look at it as it not in. He was down. Great tackle by Bunker.
I think as Nelson made that leap, I think you're right. It might have been Bunker who got a helmet on that ball, which prevented it from crossing that goal line. It was still so close, and we've seen it 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
The officials, hey, a great job just at that instant, had to make a call. And that was a gut-wrenching one.
So, player of the game, we had either Kate Osterman or, and player of the game right here.
All
Kate
kinds of players of the game, and Osterman. Picks up the the honors there. He scoots for a second touchdown around the end there, and now picks up his third following his blockers, and gets to the outside here and proceeds to head near the goal line, not in, but again, he was such a vital part of this offense. He punches another one in there, but just a key component. And you heard Coach Hamilton talk about the leadership that he provides, the senior, not since he had the quarterback in 2016 hasn't seen a kid like that.
Yeah, and his poise on that final drive to be able to, march down, down the field and be able to, get that field goal, get in possession for that field goal, really, the best team won. Elk River is just an outstanding program, have been for a number of years, and Andover as well.
Well, you talk about it too. It's all about progression and development, and you look at the development from the Huskies from that second, third game of the season, in which they took a tough loss, 67-25 in that loss. But they came back and close to winning this by a game-tying field goal by Elk River.
As Mike Cunningham and Eric Latola out there accepting the trophies. And you can see the captains for the Huskies. Just an outstanding group of seniors. Tom DeVellis, Coach DeVellis couldn't say enough about them.
Would the captains of the Elks please come forward to accept their championship trophy?
Wow. Any team that has to take on this Elk River squad is going to be it's going to be a tough battle, and it's just altogether just an outstanding team. Process and the athleticism and that senior experience, just phenomenal. But again, player of the game goes to Osterman, but the player of the game could have gone to so many contributors. Teddy Heller with a great catch in the end zone, his third touchdown reception of the game off that deflection. Nelson played extremely well. Davenport, but then you've got a whole host of runners from this Elk River squad, along with Osterman and a series of others. So taking a look at the play one last time as Taylor has it queued up here as Nelson takes the snap, this to tie it up and send it into another overtime frame, and he takes a lunge at the last minute, and I got to say, it probably got it right at that end as Nelson makes that lunge, and Bunker just happened to put that helmet on the ball, which prevented any progress through there. Any other spot, he may have been able to lunge ahead and get it, but a nice defensive play. And, hey, congratulations to the Huskies on an outstanding season. They end the season going 7-3, but just a great performance tonight. Meanwhile, you got to give credit where credit is due with this Elk River Elks team as a complete team effort offensively and defensively. Congratulations to Elk River as they will represent Section 7-5A in the state tournament, and this football team and Coach Hamilton. Congrats, and moving on to the state tournament. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us. As Joe Rulland, Jim Childs, and the whole Taylor and the QCTV staff, the excellent camera work and the professional production, enjoyed it. Thanks for joining us. Congratulations, Elk River, and have yourself a major league evening and a minor league prize.